What's up, guys? It's your boy Mike. We're here at Mike's Corner Podcast. Today we got a really awesome guest. We got Franco Baleto. Franco is a hip-hop instructor here in the local area. He does some traveling to other places, Texas, Missouri.
Yeah.
Anywhere
I'm
else?
all over Arkansas, though.
All over Arkansas. So, I've known Franco for most of my life.
Oh, God.
We go way, way back.
Yeah, like 88, 87, 89, 80-something.
78, 83, 84, 87.
Yeah, I came here in 86, 87.
Yeah.
About what time I showed up in Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas, boy.
Yes, sir. So, how's the dance instructing going?
Sweaty. Very sweaty. Yeah. Man, the laundromat people, they know me real well down there because I go through a lot of clothes. Man.
Now,
Sad.
you are connected with a gentleman, I can't think of his name.
Youngblood, very Youngblood.
Very young blood. Pretty famous guy, has been in some top videos.
Oh, yeah.
Music artist. He's a choreographer, right?
He was in Christina Aguilera's Genie in a Bottle, did Brian McKnight's tour back in the 90s. Toured with J-Lo for years, man, and yeah, he knows everybody, man. Little known, party fell right off the bat.
Oh, right.
Little known fact, man, Brian McKnight's tour back in the 90s, he did the choreography for that, but the opening group for that was a then little known group as Destiny's Child.
Oh,
So yeah, I get to hear stories about Beyonce, like before Beyonce was Beyonce, and now Queen Beyonce, and now, yeah, I don't know.
Now, how often do you see him?
Oh man, probably, 10, 12 times a year, you know what I mean?
About once a month.
Yeah, he's in and out all the time. That dude lives in the airport, man. I never see him at home. Every picture I see of him on Instagram, all social media, airport. Flying to Utah, flying to Florida.
The more you, because you're a very busy person.
I try to stay that way,
The
yeah.
more you see someone of his caliber, what do you think about that workload?
I think that humbles me, man, because I used to think I could dance, y'all. I mean, when I moved to Arkansas, nobody danced, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, index.
Nobody danced. And I hurt my feelings, you know what I mean?
Right.
And now everybody's trying to dance, and they've got so many opportunities now that I didn't have back then.
Right.
So the struggle was real for us. Everybody now, you got to do is pop a video out.
Well, I also think a lot when we were young, times were a lot different, and that lane of artistry and creativity.
It wasn't accepted, really, yeah.
Wasn't shined upon like it is nowadays.
No.
You're wasting your time. You need to get out and
Yes,
get a real job.
get a real job, get an education. Don't worry about the fine arts, music, dancing, theater. Forget all of that. You're never going to make a career.
Yeah.
Don't listen to that. I mean, you got to understand if you're going to take that route, that it's going to be a struggle. Like even the good times are going to be struggles, you know what I mean? And you have to look at it as the fact that if you don't audition good, you know what I mean? You're not working out properly. You're not taking all the classes you can get. You're not growing. You're not learning. Dude, you don't eat. You know what I mean? That's your way of eating.
That struggle is real.
Yes.
For the last, my whole life, this is the first time I consider myself an artist with the stuff I'm creating and the stuff I put out.
And it is.
And, yeah, you definitely, it's a different grind.
Yes.
And you have to not just, you can grind at a lot of things, but to put everything behind it because it's what you wanted to.
Yes, that is a hard decision to make on yourself, to bet on yourself. If you got something like guaranteed, you can just go out there and hit a time clock, 9 to 5, come home and got that. That's an easy route, man.
Yeah, especially when, for me, there was a lot of failures in life, what was considered failures, but as I look back, a lot of those just weren't the right things I should have been doing.
No, man, those are all learning experiences, you know what I mean? Growth doesn't just come from succeeding. Growth comes from failing. That's where it starts at.
I say a lot to Mario and a lot of the other people around. some people get pissed when I say this, but every negative we go through and that we fail as can easily be a positive.
Absolutely.
I talked to a lady at Heart Tin Box the other day, and this lady put herself out there because I walked in and I'm like, checking out. I'm like, how you doing, honey? And she's like, I've been better. You know, she was already pissy.
Right.
And I was like, well, honey, you know, every day that we wake up is a good day the way I see it. And
I hear that a lot.
she's like, well, how can it be a good day when my son was murdered a year ago? And then we're in a totally different conversation all of a sudden. But me, I was like, and it probably sounds stupid to her, but
right.
to me, I've lost a lot of people lately. I've been through a lot of tragic shit lately. And you can learn from everything, even the worst shit. And I said that to her, and she's like, well, how can I make the best out of my son being murdered? And I was like, well, honey, if you want me to be honest, you can live in his name. You could start a foundation in his name.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things you could do to honor your son right now.
You could be doing anything you can. It depends on how your son died, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he was murdered, yeah. I mean, go through people that go fight for gun rights, whatever you want to do. Whether
imagine that there's something you can do.
Yeah, there's something to learn from that. You got two choices when something like that happens to you. When things don't go your way or life is just kicking you in the face, man, you can either get frustrated or motivated.
Yeah.
That's it. There's one or two things you can do.
And that's as fucking simple as it can be.
Absolutely. Life is
like you got one or two ways. Or you may have 4 ways, but whatever the fuck, you have to make a choice at some point.
Is there a loophole in that? Is there things that just come in and say, like, this is, you can't do that? You know what I mean?
I don't think
Absolutely. But I would live life as the choices of yeses and nos. That's all life is. Life wasn't never hard. Are you going to do this, yes or no?
Yeah.
Bam.
And once you take that choice, it's made. You can't look back.
No, you live with it.
And you know,
you live with it.
We dwell and we put so much of other shit on top of shit we don't have to, I think.
And if you mess up in your choices, be man enough to admit it.
That is one thing that changed my life was last year, a year and a half ago, when I put my faults out to everyone I could. I mean, shit, my wife even knows about me. I told my parents, I told my kids, I told everyone, so that I said, how can I be the man I am if I haven't completely fucking put myself out there to all the people that
know who the man I was.
Mm-hmm. And since then, there's ups and downs, but goddamn, I have such a less load on me.
Yeah, because you're not carrying anything. You're free.
Well, I'm still carrying shit, but not very much.
Well, like anything else, that's a problem.
I'm not carrying anything I done wrong. You know, there may be things that other people have done wrong to me that I still haven't figured out how to work out.
Well, I'm definitely holding grudges right now.
My dad passed. You know,
yeah, sorry about that. I know we have face to face. Really got to say anything about that, but
you know how it is.
Yeah.
You've been through it with your mom. But there was things that I never got to say to him about certain ways I felt because him and my mom would always get defensive. And there were things I never got to talk about. And goddamn, when that happened unexpectedly, like I was left with so much that first couple of days, bro.
You can still let him know though. You can still. I go talk to my mom all the time.
You know, and through that situation was another negative that I turned into a positive because I was able to finally sit mom down and talk to her.
And tell her before
that open conversation. And now I can say the things I need to.
Yep. Me and my mom had that. You know what I mean? I was there for everything, but I'll take a blanket, man. Just go chill out there for about 30 minutes, bro. Just laying out there, both of us watching the clouds, just like and talk. You know, I'm doing all the talking, but I know she's listening.
Right. Is she here in town?
Oh yeah, she's at Woodlawn over there on State Line. Yeah.
Okay.
She man, they had that thing paid for like before I even graduated high school. She used to take us out there. Let's go out there and look at it, make sure they're taking care of it. It's on State Line Road over there.
That's where Shay's grandparents.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to go look at that right now. You know, standing there right next to you, looking down at your name on that.
Have you bought your plot yet?
No, shoot, no, man. I don't even want to be. I don't want to plot. I want to be like stuffed. I want to go to a taxidermist. I want to have a pimp suit on.
You can't do that.
Oh, somebody will do it for me.
Well, you might get it done, but it's illegal.
Let it be illegal.
Was it you the one that did
I
it?
know. I'm sure you do.
You don't know shit, shut the fuck up. I'm
Yeah,
gonna like you wearing a
car
box.
I don't care.
Cause I'm telling you, I want a pimp suit
on
on
display.
with the brim hat. I want to be chilling with the leg hanging out like this, and I want my hand out. When instead of walking up there looking at me in the casket, I want you to come up there and dab a mofo up and get on out.
I guess.
I want that one last dab of Dan love.
I mean, if you can get it done, that's awesome.
I'm probably not gonna get it done.
There's not a lot of people who's gonna open that door and
Yeah,
take that chance.
Maybe by the time I do die, that'll be a thing now, or it'll be a trend.
You know, my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side are at the same cemetery that my dad's mom
Oh, really?
and my uncle and my brother, and it's both sides of the family are out there, all because my dad got my grandpa out there and his mom died, so I ended up putting both of them in the same one.
Right.
He was one paying for it. But now we're $300 each.
Right.
That's what the plots are. So me and Shay are buying ours right now.
Shit.
I just want to make sure I'm out there with her.
Dude, the only thing we had to do was pick out the casket and what my mom was wearing, which was she wanted pajamas. She wanted to be buried in pajamas. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we got purple pajamas. Purple was the favorite color. Didn't have to do jack though, but my dad's name is on that same plot right there because they getting buried together.
You know, that's just crazy.
And I know exactly what you're thinking, because it'd be like over my dead body with the way that I am with that man right now.
Like, all this is so new to me, but the thought of
Digging that back up.
And my parents are my dad was 70, mom's 67. It's a little older than your parents when that happened. But still, you just never know, like, mom's going out to California for a little while to see Aunt Sherry. What if something happens? Like, my mom can't even come. Mom, I don't think that would ever happen in case you're
right, yeah, hey.
But I'm just
good
saying.
Good vibes
like,
only, yeah.
He's somebody that has had to go through this. And
oh, man.
I can't fucking imagine.
Dude, and even with my dad, it's like my dad's not even dead yet, but, I mean, might as well be, you know what I'm saying?
Are you talking to your brother?
I messaged Bruce on the 23rd, man, on his birthday. I did. I messaged him, said happy birthday. Actually gave him my number because he doesn't have my phone number. I just messaged him on Facebook because he's still on there. Told him if you want to talk, holler at me. I ain't heard from him since, but anybody out there knows my brother, tell him if you want to holler at me.
Shout out to Bruce.
That's my
I've been watching some of my shit.
he's the only guy I got left in Arkansas, other than my dad. That's the only two people I like blood related family and that.
It's hard to think of it.
You know how tight me and that dude was?
You do have them though.
Yeah.
I'll say that because I haven't seen that skateboard over there.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's hard for me to believe that right now is because it's the hardest thing in my life I've ever had to go through.
I'm not saying that you necessarily have them being the people that they need to be or how you need them to be, but they're physically still here.
He's physically still here, but
when my dad died, I looked at that skateboard, which is me,
oh
my
yeah,
brother,
dude,
my mom's dad, and my dad, and I'm the only one left on there. Those are the only three men in this world I looked up to, and I'm the only one left on that motherfucker. Like, that's such a fucking crazy thought for me, man. Like, never in my life did I think I wouldn't have one of those men to turn to for mentors.
for advice, Yeah, and your mother would have been that last one on the totem pole right there.
It should have been my brother right now taking over as king of this family.
Right.
And it's now on me, and I never even thought about that.
And he would have been able to step up and do that, you know what I mean?
He would have been the first one to, because I would have been the one that, and maybe that's why it happened the way it did, so maybe I could learn things. But if I hadn't done the changing and all the work I did the last year, I can't imagine what the fuck would have went down this last month.
Oh God,
I
dude.
can't fucking imagine. I had dealt so much with my own mortality and my own fear of death that I was finally okay with life the way it was and how much time we had and enjoying every day. And then, so I think it helped me when Pops just passed away like that because we weren't expecting it. When David passed away,
Dude,
years it knocked me off my fucking feet, bro. Like it took me.
I couldn't imagine that.
And that's what I kept telling everybody. I was like, I'm at a point now I don't ever want to be knocked off my fucking feet like that again.
I don't know if I could handle
And I
it.
still got fucking robbed because Dad went in for triple bypass. He was supposed to be. Mom had that surgery.
They're supposed to be just in and out. My dad did the same one.
And something just wasn't right.
I mean, they have like a real high percentage of that just going well. You know what I mean?
Well, the nurse came to.
The percentages don't lie. You know what I mean? But that
It was a rocky situation.
it sucks to be the one in that bottom stick.
And the nurse came to us after he passed and was like, y'all go get all medical records for the last 48 hours. So that told me right there that something happened. It was either malpractice, human error, something
Went wrong.
we need to figure out. And I've got all the medical records now. We've got legal representation that's looking into it just for the malpractice side.
Right?
Just so that shit never, because I told my pops the day before he died, man, I went up there and I had the greatest time with him for about 4 hours. First time in my life I just ever sat down with my pops, just a man to a man.
You know,
Have you heard the song Father and Son?
yeah.
Chase,
Yeah,
I'm not your father, you're not my son, I'm just here to chase it. That's how I felt in that moment.
There's a lot of songs out there that
Because
are
they
like
called
that.
me and they were like, he's climbing the walls, he's ripping stuff out, he's talking to people that ain't here. And I got up there, man, and we laughed and we had a great time for 4 hours. It was just I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just that kind of person that can be in that situation and keep
And be
people
relaxed,
calm.
yeah, I'm the same way.
I see the bigger picture.
That's why that's why I was at all that stuff with my mom. I used to see my mom all the time. That nurse knew visited now didn't mean shit to me.
Right.
Go ahead. For those of y'all who don't know, I was the biggest mama's boy, probably of the clique back in the 90s. Probably just of this whole town in the 90s. I was probably the biggest mama's boy.
I was always close to both of my parents. I could talk to my mom easier because she was a little more of a partier.
Right?
But
The pops just wasn't, I was always sensitive. I've always been an emotional dude, you know what I mean? And Pops just wasn't that guy, you know what I'm saying? Not even close. He's straight alpha male, native islander. I'm the man of the house,
that false sense of manhood that's been forced on us our whole lives.
Yes,
is
that
what he still holds on to.
And my mom let me just wouldn't let him be like that with me. And I know it hurt my dad because as an islander, your firstborn son is like, that's carrying the family name on, you know what I mean?
I can't imagine one of my kids going their whole life never being happy or
Right?
never being who they want to be. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I had to let go of that with Gavin.
Yeah, right.
Because when I had him, boy, I had dreams of matching outfits and doing choreography, and
But you know me, basketball, skateboard.
Right?
Well, I always thought one of my kids would excel at one of those things, but
my son don't even like hip hop, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it was like, oh God, that was hard to let go.
That's a big pill to swallow.
Ooh.
When we have to realize that
He ain't me.
it's about them and not us and what we didn't accomplish or what we thought we should. Because my biggest thing is how shy I was as a kid. I pushed my kids to talk to adults and be in those situations, and sometimes maybe too much because I'm just trying to make sure that they don't regret it like I did one day.
See, well, my hardest thing as a parent, other than that, would be the fact that it took me forever to realize it wasn't my job to make my kids smile. That's not my job. If I'm sitting there just making you happy and you're not, it's my job to get you ready to get out there and be on your own. Can you take care of yourself?
That is a hard thing to.
That's a hard pill to swallow because everybody wants their kids to be happy every day.
Yeah. You have. And that goes for all kinds of shit. I watched Chevy, my 3-year-old
Yeah.
daughter. Monday through Friday. And now she's getting a little bigger. I'm having to start counting. You
can't do that, yeah.
You can't be right all the time. You have to.
So hard, dude. Especially the grandkids, what? Come on.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have to do that shit.
No, my grandkids know that.
Just spoil them, but
they gonna know I'm whipped. They ain't gonna see right through me.
Like, I spoiled her so much now, I'm like, oh fuck, it is a problem.
Right? Yeah, hold the fuck up.
And she's honored.
She's gonna get older, and I'm not gonna be able to change that no more. She ain't gonna listen to no.
It's Hollywood.
You the one that told me, Granddaddy. I'm G-pop. I'm G-pop. I gotta be gangster with it. You know what I mean?
I'm Papa.
It's like G-pop.
Or Mimi and Papa.
Right? G-pop to the fullest, yo. I will go down to the preschool and kick a dude in the face for picking on my little girl. Be a 5-year-old little dude, boy.
We do not promote violence on this channel. We will go down there and have a really stern conversation with that fella.
I fully agree. For those of y'all that don't know me, I spew all kind of stuff out of my mouth. Y'all, these are jokes. These are jokes. That's the other thing that drives me crazy
now. I got a
now.
strike on my other channel.
Oh, God.
Well, I couldn't post for about a week after Dad died because just everything.
Oh, well, let's put a strike on the sensitive people that can't take jokes.
Yeah, I cannot say what I said, but we were reacting to a video that was already on TV,
right?
Or on YouTube, and it was a guy bullying some people and getting punched. And what I said was, don't say it either, what Smokey said.
Yep.
And that is promoting violence. I didn't see it that way until after I was like, okay, I guess that is.
I mean,
if we're trying to be on a level field, those are things I have to think about.
That is true. That is true.
There are people out there like, hey, he shouldn't have backed him up for that.
Man, but, okay. Y'all.
I don't have any strikes on this channel either, so if we
don't give them none because
if we fuck up once, that's okay.
I love y'all out there, but this is the thing that I'm glad this came up. This is something that's really been on my mind and really been bothering me, dude.
Cancel culture.
I mean, the whole, everybody's lives matter, y'all. Let's just get that plain dot, just simple. I don't care what color you are. I'm brown. My life matters too. I'm probably one of the most minority people in this town. I don't know how many Romanians are in this town, but I don't think there's very many of us. You know what I mean? I've had to hear the jokes like coconut head, and I came in on the boat, you know what I mean? And why am I not wearing a loincloth and the spear? And I've heard all that. But why it bothered me? Black Lives Matter, I'm all about y'all too. Gays, everybody, I love all of y'all. But for those people that are sitting there trying to make everybody okay with everything, I can't deal with that, y'all, because you're not going to change everybody. You're fighting just to fight.
I don't even care if you want everybody to be okay with everything and fight for that, but you can't be controversy and so in everybody's face about things. That's just like, and there's such a negative reverse. They say that white people can't feel racism, and that's bullshit.
As soon as
you say that statement, you just made a racist comment towards a white person.
Exactly.
Like, bottom line, I think I'm fucking one of the least racist people I know. I believe in human beings. I believe in life as a human.
Yes.
But a lot of times, and as someone who goes as a Native American, a lot of times I get grouped in that white guy category.
You do?
I do. It
because
happens a lot.
You're just not as predominantly dark, so to speak, as what you would think a Native Indian would look like.
And in the right situations or the wrong situations, certain people, and I'm not talking about any races, but certain people with certain agendas will make any color a white person. Like, think about Trayvon Martin.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace to Trayvon Martin.
Yes.
A very serious thing that happened. But let's be honest, it was a Spanish guy that shot a young black male, and yet we were going out attacking white people.
About it.
We shouldn't have attacked anyone. And I say we because I see us all as humans. We as humans, no matter what color they were out pushing the wrong agendas because of something that happened. and twisting the narrative for what they wanted to push that agenda.
Exactly. Whatever your reasoning was for whatever you were fighting for, you made it about that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Whether it was Black Lives Matter or whether it was I don't know, whether it was about police not getting enough training and stuff like that happening.
There were so many agendas that pushed on that. Nobody gave a fuck about Trayvon Martin's family. No one gave a fuck about that young man.
But you saw a whole lot of protesting on the TV and social media and everywhere else. Use your social media responsibly. That's another thing. Yeah, man, social media can be deadly.
It really can.
You know what I mean? A lot of negativity.
It can be one of the most positive things because we all should have a voice. We all should. Like, I think that there's too much censorship in.
Well, yeah, that just goes to what I was also saying about.
There's a reason because there's a bunch of assholes and a bunch of idiots out there saying the wrong things.
That they know better than everybody else, and they go and they have their own beliefs and believe that everybody should be that.
Or just purposely spitting hate. Like, you know how.
Because I guarantee you, I could walk into your life and not know you and find something that I don't like that I could sit there and get on my social media platform and preach about and find somebody that agrees with me. There's going to be those people out in the world. But, like, okay, so not too long ago, I was driving down the road, and there was a gentleman, probably 75 years old or so, had to at least been 75, 80, walking down the road, and I just happened to glance out my window and make eye contact as I'm driving, and he shouts out the N-word at me and tells me to keep on going, you effing, and I get heated up, so I hit the brakes and I pull around and I get out the car and I'm hot, I'm red, I'm about to just lose it, and then I get almost to him and I'm like, this guy's 80 years old. Am I really gonna hit this guy for something that he was raised on? That's just, it's not who he is, it's how he was brought up.
What I like to see in those situations, and I don't know if what I see on social media is only to make someone look good or if it's really how they feel. But you'll have people, once that camera is on, that will calm down in those situations.
Yep.
And if you can then take that to a point where you say, I'm going to turn my camera on. Hey, sir, look, I'm recording. I think what you said was really inappropriate. And I know how fucking hard it is to do this, but when I see those videos and I see people say, instead of fighting, we're men, and hug and force another man to hug him, or, those kind of situations, those are like fucking amazing situations.
I had a video, but I lost that phone. I did. I straight lost that phone, but I had a video because I recorded it because I was about to go just ballistic, man. It was like the audacity of that man just to shout that out. That's what I was saying. You're not going to change everybody in this world. We're different for a reason. That's why we're different. You know what I mean?
Especially the older generation.
Especially here in America, where you want to preach freedom, but want to make everybody live like everybody else, man. I believe what I want to believe now. I'm old enough that I can sit there and look out and know what's right and what's wrong. I got help from my parents on what they believed was right and what's wrong, and I built off of that. That's what you do as a person. If you're not continuing to grow every day and educate yourself, and you're just staying right there.
That's something I pointed out to a lot of people when my dad passed. Because so many people were like, you got all this on your shoulders now, you got big shoes to fill. And then when things started happening, they were all like, what would your dad do? What would your dad do? And I said, but this is what y'all don't understand. I spent my whole life taking what my dad taught me and then taking the things that I saw that he didn't see right and making me who I am. If I just did what Dad did, then I'm not progressing it.
No, you're just leaving your family name right there in that one spot.
Exactly.
And not saying that spot that y'all were in was bad.
But
I love my childhood, but yes.
You progress every day.
Man, times change, and I know people say tradition is tradition. I mean, and that goes well with some stuff. But man,
how much of it is real tradition anymore, though? How much of it's not watered down? How much of it isn't someone's narrative mixed in there to put, and that goes for every religion.
Yep.
You go back to religion, and I don't talk about religion on here a lot.
I don't talk about religion a lot at all.
The people that do talk about religion, there's one book that I know of that has not been changed, and that's the Quran. That's the Muslim Bible.
That's facts.
I mean, it hasn't, and that doesn't mean that there wasn't somebody pushing their narrative back then, because every religion has man is superior. But yet we're supposed to believe that Jesus took a woman that was a whore and made her an equal disciple. Because we don't talk about her being a disciple, but she was.
And they don't talk about Mary a whole lot anyway.
Why?
Because she's
Exactly,
a female.
because she's a female. And men wanted to push that agenda out. They didn't want the idea. And that's the only thing I worry about with religion.
I'll tell you what I worry about with religion is the fact that you're turning up one on every corner, you know what I mean? Just like down there in the corner of Grand, you got Taco Bell, you got McDonald's, you got Pizza Hut right down there. That's like churches right now. You know, Catholic on one corner, Baptist on one, Pentecostal right here, a couple of blocks down, you know, you got a free.
And the only problem with that is that they're all so convinced that
they're right. But we're also taught in religion not to judge anybody, but they're judging other religions.
And it reminds me of school.
Yes.
We're in school, and what happens is we spend our whole time in school being told there's one answer to every question. Well, guess what? There's millions of answers.
Yeah, and only one way to figure it out. Come on, man.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, God.
Clearly there was another way because they changed math on us.
Yeah, that new math.
How did y'all change math? There used to only be one way to figure that shit out.
People do. I don't get school. And here's the thing. Future school, shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing something a little different. I'm going to give y'all that right there. You know what I mean?
We just signed up for Haas Hall Charter School for Shady.
Man, that school there changed my daughter's life right there. And I'm not saying it's better than North Side, it's better than South Side, but if you're an outside the box or you're an introvert that doesn't like that crowd of the rushing through. And
that's the thing, though. I believe as humans we should all be outside the fucking box. We should all be
who you are,
looking at creative sides and who we are as a person for what we should be doing.
They allow you to be you.
Oh, well, let's take a test every year to see if little Johnny should be a janitor or a
right. Because there's multiple choice questions right here going to tell me something. Multiple choice questions. That's just going to tell you who somebody is as a person.
Exactly.
Come on, how to answer those?
How long I get to do the test?
Dude, I took a multiple choice question test one time on mental health to see where I was at. I did it off the books too. You know what I mean? It was when I was going to get custody of my son. My lawyer wanted me to have a mental evaluation done. So I take this test, man, and based on that test, man, he told me that I have a lot of anger issues. I have a lot of other problems. I seem like a violent person. And he'd rather me talk about it with somebody else. And I thought, well, dear Lord, I've got problems. You know what I mean? I don't have problems.
Look, I've been to therapists.
I'm still going.
What I don't understand is what we're just talking about. You take a bunch of books that someone says is the right idea of how psychology should be, of how we should work things out in our brain. First of all, I don't think there's a human in this world
that can do that
come before us that is in those books that has any idea why we're here, what we should be doing in life.
Or how we would handle things right now because they didn't live in this era. You wrote that book 200 years ago. You know what I mean? Was there even a card in? I don't think so. Was it? No.
I mean, we changed the Bible because times changed. We have the New Testament, but we still listen to psychologists from a time that isn't even relevant anymore.
Yeah, man. So I made on religion again. Dang it, you got this going. You know, I like those people that are out there that just push that on you at every place you go. You could be at Walmart and they're pushing the Bible on you, holding it in your face. And this is the way you should live your life because you heard me saying something that you didn't like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe I said, I don't know, I'm not even gonna say nothing because I don't want to say nothing wrong because I can get crazy with it. But I like to look at them, you know, and I like to point at that book and be like, how do you know that's not even just a fiction book? You know what I mean? How do you know that's real? How's it not some dude just sitting on a tree with a robe on, you know what I mean, drinking hot wine, saying, I bet people are gonna believe this.
Here's what gets me with religion.
I don't believe that, by the way, but
And me and my father had a talk because he really dove into religion.
he did.
A lot of men I know dove into religion in the later part of their life when they got older. A lot of men I know. It's just something that some reason men just
Feel like you need to turn the job because
maybe scared.
yeah, that is it's literally fear.
And I had a conversation with my dad right before he passed. We're talking about the Bible, and he wasn't preachy, but I said something, and then he brought up something in the Bible, and we talked about it, and he had an answer for everything. But I said, Dad, let me ask you one question, because this is a question I can't answer, and I don't think anybody in this world can answer. If we're all made from God, which is such an amazing thing, the fact that we're here is fucking amazing.
It's something to believe in. It's
We're all here. Who the fuck made God?
I mean,
God said he made us in his likeness.
anybody that read the Bible knows where that might be at.
I promise you, me and the last person I had on here was like, you can take a Scientologist, a Catholic, and a Christian.
And a rabbi.
Whatever you want. You can put in this room right now. And they all would tell you what they believe are facts about things. But I guarantee you not one of them can give you a legitimate answer on where God came from.
No. And they would all have their facts, about, they would do their research about what they're saying. They would be right about what they're saying. But it's right about what they're saying in their eyes.
It's perspective.
And in the eyes of their God that they believe in.
The eyes of the beholder.
Free will, y'all. Free
Everything
will.
in this world is perspective. And that's what I'm learning. Like, you can argue all day about who's right and wrong about something. Like,
Who decides what's right and what's wrong?
we take this cigarette pack and we put it right here. And I ask you, what do you see?
And I see a red and white pyramid.
I see
At night.
2 horses and Marlboro. But
Just so y'all know,
we both see the same pack of cigarettes, but we see it.
a red and white pyramid in the nighttime. Boom. See it?
But you see what I'm saying?
See, that was me backing up my sight facts.
Yes.
And him backing his up. We each had our own points. We were both right.
Yes.
We just
We were
proved
both
our
right.
point.
That's
son?
exactly what I was trying to say. We're both right.
And whoa, on that. Come on.
And the world would be a lot better if we could just realize that
We're all not the same. We're all going to believe something different. We all got 2 eyeballs and we got our own brains. Everybody's got the same tools in this world, unless, an accident takes one of them. But y'all got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and a torso that connects it all. What you do with it is your choice.
Something I heard the other day which just blew my mind. It's so obvious, but you never think about. The greatest tool we're given in life is right here, our voice.
Yeah.
It's the only thing in the world you don't have to learn how to use. You're given it, and it's already there. You know how to use it. Whether it's used the right way.
That goes back to choices, yeses and nos.
You come across so confident. You come across so charismatic to people just by having a certain way of the way you talk. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. Like,
It's weird, dude.
And now when I talk, like out in public, I'm so loud. And like, I don't care if the whole room hears me.
Dude,
When used to, I'd be like,
Dude, my ex-wife used to tell me that all the time. You talk loud, don't you? I'm like, I've been that way forever.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's something new for me the last something
I'm-
years.
I've always, if anybody out there knows me, you know that I've always been confident, borderline cocky sometimes. As I've gotten older, it's gotten a little bit better, but not much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not as much on the cocky side.
Right.
I'm still a rookie to you.
Oh yeah, dude, you ain't nowhere near.
I lost a lot. I don't say I lost. I was vulnerable enough to, with age, realize that I can sit here all day and say, hey, I'll take anything in town on the basketball court, but that ain't gonna
That ain't gonna happen. No, so it ain't about what's true. It's about what you make somebody believe, boy. It's like I don't think I've ever lost a dance battle in Arkansas. You know what I mean? I love getting challenged, but I don't think I've ever lost in Arkansas. And I used to think I was the best dancer in the world, bro. I swear to you. I went to my first class when I was 35 years old. I've been dancing since I was 5, mind you, and I'm 47 now. Been teaching 13 years, but I taught my first class, or I took my first class. And if you've never been to convention, there's like 200 girls in each level of class, man. And I say girls because that's all there usually is these days. It's a female-dominated industry. Guys, get out there and let's go. Let's even this out.
fellas.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to dance. When you turn 21, fellas, you will thank me. But I went in there confident. I'm looking, and these are 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old girls in this advanced class. And I'm like, I'm laughing. I'm going to kill y'all. Y'all are doomed. You know what I mean? I've been doing this thing. I grew up in it. Came out that building thinking I couldn't dance, and them girls were laughing at me. You know what I mean? Because I went in there, I was loud about it. You know how I am. And they just scared of me at first, you know what I mean? And then they saw me failing, and their confidence level started to rise up. But I made me work harder. I didn't get frustrated. I got motivated. So every year when I seen this one girl that was just killing it, I would go stand right next to her. Let her know I was there. She still wore me out every time. But I got better, you know what I mean? Now it's I might be
I
there.
think that you weren't seen as good because in that setting, in that environment with those people, dance is a certain way.
The dance choreography. If you're going to classes, it's a whole other world. I was a street dancer my entire life. We saw stuff on TV and we just tried it and then added on to it.
Like if you went to America's Got Talent and danced, and one of them girls danced, or a guy that is off choreographed, how would it go down?
With me choreographing my routine and them choreographing theirs.
Without you having the time you spend in the choreographed business.
I've got a limited amount of time.
Would you still walk out of there the same? Feel like you lost so bad?
No, I wouldn't feel like I lost. See, when it comes to one battling like that, and it's a crowd-based decision. So it's who did you feel the most? It's not always who had the best dance move.
Charisma.
Yes, I mean, it comes down to your delivery. Delivery is everything in dance because your job is to make the audio visual.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what musicality is. The way, like I can hear
it. Painting a picture.
Yeah. You should be able to close your ears and watch me dance and be able to hear what the music is. You know what I mean? Based on the way I move. And if you can see it and hear it at the same time, you're doing your job. Your job as a dancer is to make the audio visual. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? These are your best friends. Everybody thinks you know it's your core, your facial expressions, you know what I mean? How flexible you are, how strong you are. Those are all great things. If you can't hear that music, if you can't hear it, you're not dancing to it. Plain and simple. No matter how well trained your body is. Done.
Now, you say here. Do you feel it's more here or feel?
Well, okay, so those kind of go hand in hand because I say you got to hear it and let your body flow out of it. So I'd say you got to hear it first. You got to hear it to feel it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless it's just so loud, it's just thumping on your body, which my music got to be so loud that I can't hear my feet. If I can hear my feet while I'm dancing, I'm like if I heard that while I was dancing, I'd freak out. You know what I mean? But
it doesn't feel smooth.
Yeah. The music tells me where to go. It tells me what to put there. There's something I heard that makes me do a move. Whether it be a guitar strum, whether it be a bass drum hit, snare drum, piano riff, you know what I mean, a guitar riff, a lyric, a sound effect like a scratch sound, an explosion.
So, the way I see that is, like me, if I'm here at the crib by myself or with the family, and and certain music's on, and I'm not thinking, dance moves just come out.
Yes, and that's,
But
those are fine.
It's kind of an expression of what I'm feeling. And
Yes,
going through.
that is what real dancing is. The choreography and all that stuff is cool because you can still tell a story through that. But if you, every dancer that you're going to audition at, because if you're a dancer, you're going to audition to be in videos and tours, and everybody you're going up against is trained. They've been taking classes since they were 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Traveling around, competing, yada, yada, yada. All spent the same money and got the same education you did. They're going to learn the same moves that they're learning. What's going to separate you from somebody that's technically just as good as you are? You get scored the same on technicality. What's different? Did you show me something? Could I feel something different about you? Did you do a move just a little bit different or deliver it different? That's for me. If I can see who you are when you dance, like
emotion.
yes,
So,
put you on the platter right there.
yeah.
If I can tell what kind of person you are, if you're a happy-go-lucky person, you know, if you're an introverted person that doesn't get out a lot, doesn't like a lot of human contact, I should be able to tell all that when you dance.
Right.
You can at least paint a picture of you. So if you've ever seen me dance, if you do something on right now, and I started dancing, you can tell I'm a clown.
Yeah.
And I just don't care. You know what I mean? Plus, I think I think if the good Lord made anything better than me, it's still up there. You know what I'm saying? It's not true, but you can feel my confidence, and that's usually what I hear about my dancing. I'm not gonna say I got some moves. Don't get it twisted. I got some moves, but I'm sure gonna let you know I'm more confident than you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether I am better than you or not, we'll see.
And that, confidence sells everything.
But you're gonna know who I am, and I had a blast. That's it. You know what I mean? You're gonna know who I am. I had fun. That's why I dance. You know,
We should do a show in the future for the other show.
Let's do it.
The other channel of you teaching Mario how to dance.
Oh, let's go. Oh my, y'all. Oh yeah, you just tell me when.
You can
Y'all.
take that out, motherfucker.
I'm a cat.
Yes, now.
Y'all, okay.
What the fuck? Okay.
I think this dude even had trouble riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? So this would be funny.
He might have a dance monster inside of it.
Oh man, he'd be a dance hairy monster.
Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, if y'all see Mario out, he's Wolfman for Halloween every year.
Every day.
every day, right? Nice to have you here again tonight, by the way.
Did you see the prank we did today on Shaq?
I did not. Dude, Shad, that poor dude, y'all.
We ain't seen him in he ain't been around in like a month.
Shad has been getting pranked forever, though.
Yeah. He was coming over. Hell, we got the worst end of it. We waited outside. Mario stuck in the fucking corner hiding for 30 minutes. Me watching out for 30 minutes for when he shows up. But he finally gets there, and I had Shaylee hit him to scare him, to make him think, just in case. He's like, oh, that was the furnace.
Right?
I had 2 cups of flour in the shop bag ready to blow it out with Mario hiding behind the car to blow it on him. So he walks in, and she scares the fuck out of him. And then he starts to walk back out. He's like, oh shit, and smokes a cigarette. For some reason his dumbass still came in because I'm like, hey, I need you to come on in the house real fast. And he walks in and sees Mario and starts to run, and Mario turns that bitch on fucking flour and went
Everywhere. Oh my God.
It was pretty funny.
We need to get a big old punching glove and wait on somebody to come around the corner and punch
Or
one of
get
them.
one of those
Yes,
mechanical ones.
we need to start going around junk punching people.
Between the pranks and now I'm doing the random acts of kindness, I think I'm kind of balancing out the good and the bad,
Y'all, these TikTok videos have been killing me too, man, y'all. TikToks. I
I
had no idea how much actually goes into all of that.
While I'm thinking about it, guys, don't forget Mike and Shay Smoker Room, Uncle Dot Juju on TikTok, Vigor's Photograph on Facebook.
AKA nice to have you here.
And
Don't get that stuff.
Franco, is it just Franco
Just
Baleto
Franco.
on TikTok? Or you dance
No, on TikTok, I'm a brown sugar bear.
Brown Sugar Bear. Hey, I'm trying to plug in.
Sorry.
Brown Sugar Bear on TikTok. Y'all check his dance videos out.
For those of y'all that don't understand why I did brown sugar bears, 'cause my whole life I've always said I'm like brown sugar, you know what I mean? I always said that. And
He's a big old scary bear too. Look at it.
boy, I'm telling you,
Looks like Boo-Boo.
only had a bear when Mario was standing next to me, man. It looked like I had a walking bear rug coming with me. But the bear comes from, shout out to Northside, you know what I mean? Grizzlies, you know what I'm saying? That's brown sugar brown sugar bear, that's me right there. Everybody thinks it's something else, but it ain't.
North Side. Go all high schools. Go
Real talk,
kids.
but every time I go to every Northside Southside football game, and I have since 1992, which is the year I got to Northside. Shout out class of '94. You know we was the best one out there.
If it ain't college or pros, I can do without it.
Every time I go to the
Nothing against
Northside,
the young people, it's just a different crowd.
I don't care. It's 1994 in my head. Every time I go to the Northside Southside game, I don't care how old I get. It's 1994 senior year.
When my kids went to Dartmouth, and then my daughter went to Southside, was when I learned just to be like, fuck, it don't matter anymore.
Oh, it mattered to me. My kids went to Southside too. No, I'm still sitting on the Northside side of the field, ripped out in my NHS gear. Man, I don't play. I do not play about that. You know, I still catch flack about the 1994 Northside Southside game too, even though I in my mind it's 94 every time I go. We lost that year, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of my fault, a little bit. Shout out Johnny Cole, because Johnny Cole, made people eat me up in, 2016 about that all over again, man. I remember, Dusty Pruitt to Chad Whitfield. Man, right there, time running out. 40, 50-yard bomb, Chad toe drag, swag in the end zone, man. And you know the bandstands are right there.
You ran out?
Yeah, that's my boy, dude, you know what I mean? And I was in the band, I tossed my trumpet in the air, man, and I ran down there to the end zone, we chest bumped, and I'm doing windmills in the end zone, and we just breakdancing. And the yellow laundry starts come flying out for excessive celebration on the band. And
That was your junior year?
that was my senior year. And they, Southside ends up getting a good kickoff return based on the penalty, you know what I mean? And 3 plays later, bada bing, bada boom, bada bam, Southside's in the end zone, and they dancing, only there's no more time left on the clock, so there ain't no laundry coming out.
Oh, you people remember that game.
My bad, y'all.
That lost money on that game.
But come on, man, if your homeboy toe drag swags in the end zone right in front of you, dude, the time's running out, 50-yard bomb, you thinking you win this game, y'all break dancing in the end zone, baby. I don't care if I caught the ball or not. That's my homie.
I'm gonna be like, we partied after.
You know what I mean? I know everybody likes to say if you was in the band, you was a band nerd. Yo, in Northside, we didn't play that day.
I love the fact that my daughter's in band.
I do too. My son was in band. I loved it. My daughter was on the dance team.
She plays the violin and orchestra and the tuba in band.
That was the one thing that my son did get from me is he played the trumpet. That's what I played in school, y'all.
She said that she wants to she wanted to switch to the trumpet, but it's too late.
If you in a marching band, yo, if you're not a percussionist, trumpet is the way to go.
Yeah.
You were the stuff. I had to solo in my 10th grade year, my first year at Northside in the marching competition band.
Yeah.
And I didn't even want to try out. They were going to give it to the senior dude just based on the fact that he was the man.
I don't smoke one.
I do.
Cigar paper set.
And I walked in and Mr. Kroom, boy, my dude, band director at Northside at that time, said, Franco, grab your trumpet, man. I need somebody to audition just so he doesn't just get it on default. So you just come in there and play this music. And I went in there and played it. Laid it down, baby, by the way, because I gets down like that. And we ended up scoring a tie, man, and we split the season that year. That should have motivated me to actually try and just slay it.
Right.
Did not, y'all. I was a social bird in school. I didn't go for anything else. Why am
I,
I holding both of these?
because it's your turn to. disadvantage.
It is,
That's
man.
an advantage. I got both these pictures.
I don't know. That might mean I'm fucking up the wrong stage. I can be the one in the wrong.
I fucked it up because I didn't hit the one. So I went straight back to you.
Dude, you know, next year is gonna be like in May will be my 30-year high school reunion. Speaking of high school,
Are you going to that one?
absolutely.
I almost went to 20, 25 2 years ago.
If we have one, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
I haven't went to none of them.
But right at the last minute, I was like, you know what? There ain't really none of these motherfuckers I talk to at all. I'm just being honest.
Right, and the ones that I wanted to talk, I still keep in touch with.
It's like, yeah, I mean, there's a few people I still keep in touch with from school, but
Yo, so I hate to be like, you know, vain like this, but I'm gonna tell you why I go. Cause I don't know if you can tell, but let me get right. I still look pretty much like I did when I went to high school. Man,
hey,
ah,
y'all hit me up in the comments.
ah.
Let me know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's leprechaun.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a good thing. I'm saying that it might be.
We don't have like the same the other channel, so there's only like 11 people subscribed to this bitch.
Oh, that's all right. Y'all just got a show right there for all 11 of y'all. You're welcome.
Make sure to share this when I share it to you.
I will share this.
Trying to
Yeah.
get that.
Uh,
I started that channel 2 weeks ago.
oh man.
Yeah, so I put out one show a week. But I was on strike for a week from the other channel, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have my backup channel and just turn it into my podcast that I've been wanting to do anyway.
Oh man. I'm telling you.
Like, you people are probably like, oh, check him out, he's dancing. We're like, oh shit, always doing this shit.
At the roper.
Every time, me and Franco went out last year,
Yeah.
and this motherfucker just left me at the fucking at the club, bro.
Yo, okay,
I turned
so-
around, where the fuck did he go?
I still go to the Cowboy.
He,
What you do, bro?
it's still the same, bro. It's still him getting out there in a crowd.
I can't help myself, y'all. When the music starts pumping, I'm all over the place, y'all. I can't sit still. I told you I'm social butterflies.
Coming up, talking to him.
That's the only reason I go out there. I get a bottle of water. Alright, I get a bottle of water from the same bartender. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jacqueline out there. What's up, girl?
We had more than a bottle of water.
Oh, well, I'm talking about when I go down. It's possible.
Let me just say, because I remember a couple Long Island Ice.
Yes, those happened. I love iced tea though. Iced tea. Shout out to the movie Breaking. Iced tea. Yes. War.
Have you heard of the turned up tea?
Nah. The who?
Turned up tea?
No.
He said no.
No, I'm good on that.
This dude on TikTok, you haven't heard of Tony turned up?
No, I might check you out, Tony.
What I could be doing right now is pulling the screen over and we could react to it right now.
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna fuck with all that.
No, we ain't gonna do all that.
He got famous, I don't know if they started the tea. All I know is dude got famous on TikTok. His name's Turned Up Tony Turned Up something. And now his dad and his mom both have famous TikToks. And the dad has started Turned Up Tea, which is an alcohol drink. And they're really big in like smaller rural areas, rednecks and country boys. But
All those other stereotypes.
they got some pretty funny videos. I'm sure it's all staged, but the son is always coming in and stealing the cases that Turned Up Tea to give to his friends and to people to give him shit. And it's pretty
Son
funny.
always comes in stealing cases
His
of
dad's
Turned
a
Up
fucking
tea.
nut. Like he's just an over the head nut, and he's always protecting the shit and keeping inventory on everything.
And you know, you got to, I guess. You know what I mean?
Shout out to those guys. They're pretty funny.
Yeah. Hey man, shout out to anybody out there being creative and being you. You know what I mean? And being a positive influence on this world, mostly, and like, God, the reason I'm teaching and doing what I do I don't want to say where I'm at, but man, I never knew that I would have this kind of influence on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know that kind of stuff, you know.
Well,
No matter what you're teaching, even if you're not teaching, if you're just passing on like positive ways to live life and influencing somebody to be them, and that it's okay to be you in this world, no matter what anybody tells you, you know what I mean?
And there is a community, a crowd, whatever you want to call it, for every person and everything
That
out there
you
in the
want to
world.
do and that you like. You're not alone out there, okay?
Everybody can be the best at what they want to be the best at, and share that with other people. How else do we grow?
Right? And if you're trying something new, which I highly recommend, you know, don't keep yourself locked in a box of just that one thing. Yeah, I've opened myself up. I tap dance now. You know what I
I
mean?
don't usually smoke on here, guys. My bad.
I tap dance now, and I love it. And who would have thought I'd ever done anything but hip hop? But I love it.
I try all kinds of new things now.
And
I want to try to learn hip hop at some point.
let's go, baby. I got you.
My knees are so bad, bro.
You know what I mean? And I'm getting to where I'm just getting back to where I can get on the ground and start doing some of the floor stuff that I used to do because I'm keeping myself in better shape. I'm actually doing the things to do those kind of things. You know what I mean? To be able to do those.
After Pops died, I went and took some pictures for school, out in Charleston and that stick.
Right.
And I felt fucking like invincible for a couple of days because just everything going on. It was like I'm going for everything. And
Adrenaline
I
running.
escaped, but once I got through taking pictures, I ended up like, give me my board.
Right.
And I dropped in on the half pipe and I was skating. And then I'm like, all right, fuck it, man. I think I can do about anything right now out here. And so I go up this big roll in and it goes up to this quarter pipe that goes up to a fun box with 4 stairs.
Is this where the ridiculous video comes in?
I ollie off that bitch and I almost landed and everybody's like, oh shit. You know, it's all the my kids and nieces and nephews, and they're like, you almost did it. Like,
looking at you like, I can't believe your old ass knows how to do that.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try it again. And Cameron,
oh, Lord.
I don't know if he jinxed me or he gave me great advice, but he's like, Dad, I just seen the other day that people fail at 20% of things they try, or 20% of the time at anything they try. And you've already tried like 3 times.
He's giving you the mathematical equation.
And I just started, like, I'm going, and I drop in, and I go, and I'm like, whew. And as I'm about to land, my head thinks about, like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, I don't think I got it.
Right.
And I'll shoot the board out in plenty of time to land on my feet. Well, I shoot the board out, and I just get enough to put this foot down, my bad knee. And that motherfucker goes, buckles, and straight down. Oh, shit.
Was anybody videoing that?
Yes.
Oh.
There's a video. I posted it on Facebook.
You hate when there's always a video.
I'm a photographer, and
well, I guess you like when there's a video.
Aspiring filmmaker, so yeah,
That's
I
right.
want everything to be on video.
Yes.
Man, the best video caught of me is when I was working at the warehouse, man, and the security cameras what got in there. The IT guy had everybody in his office watching this, man. Like the whole company was there.
Fast forward. Fast forward.
Because you know I'm cocky everywhere. You know what I mean. Even at the warehouse, don't think I can do anything wrong. I'm walking down a dark ramp. You know what I mean. And I see one of our trucks pulling in, and I'm waving at that thing probably about a good 3 feet off the ground. You know, running down at an angle, and the boss's Jeep is parked right there. And I'm walking down this thing, and I'm looking at this dude, I'm giving a thumbs up, and my left foot steps off the edge of that thing, and my left knee hits my foot hits the ground, that left knee buckles, and I drop, and I hit my head on the hood of his Jeep, and it shoots me back, and I catch my right foot on that same little ramp that I'm walking down at a lower spot, and makes me fall back and hit my back on the wall. That sends me back down over there onto the fence, man. This is all on video, like ping pong, ding, 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 ding. And me walking off with a limp onto my car like that. Next thing I know, everybody's in the office watching that. When I came in the morning, like, where's everybody at, man? What are they laughing at back there?
We should have made this a live.
We should have done that. Y'all get me started talking, I don't shut up, dude. I don't shut up when I start talking. It's crazy. Don't get me started in conversation if you don't just want to talk.
Do that anyway.
It's good. It's good back and forth though. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of.
Mario was my first guest, and I had to carry it by myself.
No, me.
For y'all, Mario's been that dark, mysterious dude in the background his entire life, though.
He's come out a lot lately for the channel, though.
Yeah, that is true. That's like, oh man, that's like a vampire being able to walk in the daylight. You know what I mean? With that right now.
Embracing the
That's the kind of dramatic
I don't
change that
sparkle. Okay.
is. No, because you wouldn't be able to see it through all the hair
Shut
anyway.
the hell up.
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm saying?
have to go back and watch his whole show just to see what the best hashtag.
Boy, I mean, shoot, your hair's got hair. That's what's. It's bad. So bad. I couldn't do it. If I had to wash my body with shampoo, I mean.
Juju, get him back up. Let's have a little battle here. Get him
Juju.
back up, Juju.
He doesn't have snowball fights. He has hairball
What did you
fights.
say when he came in? You called him a leprechaun? Say something.
He's only saying that because I'm wearing the green respect on his ass.
Tight ass leprechaun.
Respect on the Dallas Mavericks. I think that's an Nowitzki.
Yeah, hey, Dirk, you have respect. Yeah, you brought us a championship, baby. Let's go.
One of the top 3 players that Dallas
Never had.
And one of the best big men ever.
Ever. Just like, period.
He came in at the right time for the transition from.
And also as a foreign player, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
As an overseas player.
And that's something that really helped the league, I think, was a big guy that came in and could shoot the way he did.
Yeah, boy.
So many big guys can shoot the ball now.
He's got a nice shot, dude. You know what I mean?
Great
There's
shot.
no elevation. There's not a whole lot of legs in the shot, you know what I'm saying? But when you're 7 feet tall shooting a 3, that's almost like, you know, a mid-range jump shot.
Who's the dude at Dallas right now?
Oh, Luka.
Luka.
Man, come on.
Another-
Shout out to Luka, too, because
He's another.
he's one don't judge a book by its cover, dude.
Yeah.
If I saw him show up to Tillis Park and say, I got next, bro.
He's not your typical build
No.
style but the dude
He is.
he is one of those players that when you push him or he gets pissed, like the dude is
He's a killer,
dude.
dude.
Everybody just
Some people got that I'm gonna finish you mentality, dude.
Exactly.
You say
Shit, more
yeah.
combat.
Yeah, and you think the dude just got a steroid shot, you know, right there on the bench, the way he comes out there all pissed off, you know what I mean? You thought the same thing about Jordan, too. Keep talking about Jordan. I love watching those videos on TikTok, too. You know what I mean?
I was just talking about someone else that gets a lot of videos going on.
Larry
is,
Bird.
Larry Bird.
Lord Bird, dude. Bird was cold.
Listen, when
He gave white dudes credit on the court, bro.
there were so many people,
Yeah.
videos on YouTube last year, the year before, a couple years, where people were reacting and to Larry Bird, but their mentality before they reacted to his actual footage was, man, if he wasn't white, he would just be an average player,
Right?
and this and that, and every video, you go look, there's not a video
Ask the
out
brothers
there
down.
that reacts to Larry Bird and sees the actual footage and the highlight clips that doesn't say that's one of the best players of all time.
Right?
Like, without a doubt, the dude's mentality
Ask Magic. Ask Kareem. Shoot.
is such you can take out era and
You can take out anything, man.
they played this way then, they played that way. The man's mentality and the finishing capability, there's not many like it.
And for those of y'all that thought Bird didn't say anything on the court, you were
One
dead
of
wrong.
the biggest shit talkers.
And great at it too. He's good at it.
Bro, there's a clip, you can watch it. It's,
Yes, man, check that out.
Is it Nick Cassell? It's somebody.
Yeah.
It's
That's
insane.
talking about Larry Bird, and he said that Larry Bird when some young kids came in, you remember Larry was a little older, and he made a joke to them when they first came in, and they fired back at him. It was like, what was it, 1984, the last time you hit a jumper bird? And they said Bird came down the entire game and told Duke exactly what he's going to do every play. I'm going to go left. I'm going to hit a jumper fadeaway. I'm going to cross over right. And told him and still scored.
Dribble twice to the left.
Said he scored 9 or 10 times in a row that way. It's ridiculous.
Oh, let's just take it to another level. To know that you are so dominant that you can just decide, oh, I'm going to play left-handed. I'm not going to shoot with my right hand. I'm going to play the whole game left-handed and still go for like 30. Retarded stuff.
The only other person that have that mentality and is never talked about is the man died playing the game. Pistol Pete Meredith.
Pistol Pete, dude. Okay, so that was another credit to the white boys playing ball.
What at his time, and don't get me wrong, there was other players that had that run and gun.
A lot of talented players.
Hot dog style back then. None as creative and as hard working as Pete Meredith was. If that guy didn't have,
Because he didn't have the physical traits, dude. You look at him and you look like he should have been.
He was hurt early in his career. He had a horrible back. He had horrible knees.
Like he should have been bagging groceries at a grocery store. That's the look I get from him. He's the grocery store manager.
The Rudy of basketball.
Yes.
Or even better because he was fucking excelled.
Like Babe Ruth. Who would have thought Babe Ruth was an athlete? What?
Yeah. Another man.
Butterbean, the boxer. What?
Butterbean.
You know what I mean?
You look at Tyson Fury and
Dude, that dude just.
Andy Ruiz.
I just
guys who've
knew.
been champions that don't have.
I just knew Tyson Fury was gonna get his ass whipped in that fight with the King, dude.
With Francis Ngannou.
No, the what's his name? The brother that was out.
Oh, you thought he was going to?
Yeah, I thought Tyson Fury was gonna get his ass whipped by that dude.
Deontay Wilder.
Yes, Deontay Wilder. It's like,
Okay,
Deontay
so-
gonna kill that
You
dude.
know, I love boxing. I watched the first Deontay Tyson Fury fight, and I already knew who Tyson Fury was when he beat
I didn't
the
see.
Klitschko brother. So Tyson Fury came up undefeated. He got a good fight. He
Yep.
got a good fight against the Klitschko brother, the one that's anyway, the one that held the belt the longest.
Right.
And dude was unbeaten with the belt. Tyson Fury came in a little out of shape like he always does.
He looks a lot out of shape.
They knew who he was, but nobody knew who he was at that point. And he dominated and won the belt. Never defended the belt. That's when he ballooned up to 300-something pounds, got on drugs real bad, was out for 2 or 3 years, and then Deontay Wilder gave him that fight and kind of gave him a chance to come back in. And
Boy, did
that
he
first
ever.
fight, Deontay Wilder lost. I don't give a fuck if it was draw or not.
No, they lost that fight.
Yeah, it should have been 3 wins to none.
Yeah.
But they called it a draw, and Tyson Fury came back with something to prove.
Came back prepared.
There's no guy that big that can move the way he does. He moves like Mike Tyson.
Head movement, dude.
He hits hard. He's not the hardest hitter, but he hits hard when he balked.
But his fundamentals are on point.
Crazy. You know,
Defense.
His family is 4 generations of bare knuckle fighters over there, and that's some real shit.
Over there? Yeah, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, I mean, not the bare knuckle boxing anywhere ain't, crazy, but over there, bro,
Yeah, 'cause there's no, like, over here it's all sanctioned, they have, you have really awesome bare knuckle fights now that are pretty.
they do that the same way we played the slap game. You know what I mean? That's what they do as
Yeah,
the equivalent.
Over there, there's nobody in there, like, checking on you fight till you get
Yeah,
over.
that's it. You're like,
His dad's a tough son of a bitch.
boy, yeah.
Did you see the press conference with
No, I haven't seen a
I
press
need to go
conference in
back.
forever, dude.
It's the, have you ever seen Tommy Fury fight? Tyson Fury's brother?
Yeah. Didn't he just fight didn't he just fight?
He's the one that beat, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
He's about to fight in a card with, Logan, no, not Logan Paul. Jake Paul. He's about to fight in a card with Logan Paul against Dennis, the UFC guy, McGregor's friend. And
Oh,
then
shit.
Tommy Fury's fighting KSI.
Oh, really?
And John Fury was there, and at the press conference, and things were getting kind of crazy like they do. And you could tell John was getting pissed off
Oh,
because
yeah.
he respects real fight. And
And that y'all need to do that.
Logan's like, I've got a birthday present. And you could tell then that it was scripted, because, or at least a little bit. He's like, I got a birthday present for Dennis. And John stood up and he's like, if you bring a fucking cake out here and throw it at me, I swear to God.
It's
And then
gonna
Joe brings a cake out of Dennis with a vagina and shit. And John's already pissed, and he's starting to get like antics, and I try to calm him down, and he's like, you know what? He sits back down, and he fucking just slams his fist on the table, and the shit just goes flying.
And
And
he had
fucking jumps up and like takes off after fucking Logan and them. Like, he was fucking heated.
Look, y'all, okay, so, yeah, when you see a man get like that, y'all just back off a little bit, you know what I mean? Because,
You can't decide some,
But what were you talking about? My bad. Oh, go ahead, what?
when they were gonna sign over matches, like, and like, we came here to fucking sign and get this shit going,
Yeah,
so we go.
respect what boxing for.
That's what they were like, figure all that dumb shit.
But what we were talking about was,
KSI,
no, before that. Whose fight was it? Who's fighting?
Deontay Wilder.
Tyson Fury's fighting Francis McDonald, UFC champ,
Oh, that dude's got some
over in Saudi Arabia or something.
Really? Is it Dubai?
But they're boxing. So, like, Tyson Fury's going to kill
Kill that.
Francis McDonald.
I'm bad, but if he hit him with,
But he signed just 3 months after that. He's going to fight for the unified belts against Usyk.
really?
And have you seen Usyk fight? He's
Uh-uh.
going to beat Anthony Joshua,
Oh, okay.
the Brit guy that was
Yeah.
he beat him bad twice. This guy's a little smaller, but he's from Ukraine or somewhere, and he's fucking
Dude,
tough.
them dudes don't give a shit either. They play with
Not Ukraine,
grenades.
He's from
You know what I mean?
he's from somewhere over there, the old USSR.
Yeah,
But
they play with grenades.
I think it'll be the biggest.
They wrestle bears over there. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'll be the biggest
Biggest card in a while.
challenge for Tyson Fury.
Man,
Sure.
and I'll be real, you know, I used to be a boxing guy, but I haven't kept up with boxing. Boxing took, I don't know, something happened to boxing for a little while, you know.
It's fucking corrupt.
It was real bad corrupt. But
Boxing is something that
I haven't watched boxing since Tyson.
I grew up with Dad watching.
I did too, and Tyson was the man then.
I remember, like, you remember when Riddick Bowe and Gallagher, whatever that big ass white dude, Galata,
Galata.
when they fought and Galata hit like 4 low blows and then
Yeah.
the crowd all started, it was like 200
Mayhem.
people fighting race fights. I was watching that with Pops. I remember when, I don't remember who was fighting, maybe Evander Holyfield, but the dude with the jet, or the big helicopter backpack thing, flew over the crowd,
Oh, yeah.
dropped into the ring. Like all those moments I was watching with Pops, you know, so boxing's something I've always kept up with.
I remember Tyson winning the belt, dude. Trevor Berman. I remember him standing up, falling down, standing up, falling down. It was like, oh, that's
Some
it.
of Mike Tyson's knockouts is as far as me remembering empathy for someone else,
Oh.
was watching, I don't think it was Michael's.
That might last like 20
It
seconds.
was
to speak.
whoever that he knocked and jumped down in the rings and picked himself up and tried to stand up and fell back into the ropes and like.
That was Trevor Berman.
Was Was it
Yeah.
the first one?
That was his first title fight.
Yeah. So I felt like I was young then.
And that dude was a grown man. And Tyson was like 20 years old.
20?
That dude, and he'd been champ for a while, Trevor Murphy. He was supposed to be the man, and Tyson just bowled him over.
If Tyson had kept the mentality and the hunger for it without the problems he went through when,
Robbie Gibbons,
what's that man's name?
Customano,
Yeah,
losing him before he changed.
and then Don King getting in his life. And
They didn't have to let Don King in there.
Because he's a really smart person. If you watch
Tyson?
his show now.
Yeah, Tyson's smart. He's educated even though he sounds like he's not.
He's also very open to a lot of things.
He's grown up, you know what I mean? He's definitely grown up. But he was a straight basher, but if he'd kept his head right, yeah, there's no way anybody was ever beating him.
Oh,
Ever.
just
There's no way. There's still today nobody that moves the way he did in the ring.
He lost to Lennox Lewis, which I think he didn't have to lose to. I think Lennox Lewis was way overrated. A fighter that I think could have beat him, no matter how good he was mentally or not, or at least had a fighting chance, was Evander Holyfield, who did beat him twice. Evander was fucking tough from the streets.
Vander was also tough, yeah. Holyfield was a tough dude.
And he went in.
And they were both strong.
He worked so hard.
He was a big heavyweight.
He worked so hard to be a champion and to win that I just don't.
And had them heart problems, almost couldn't even box again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's somebody that you can't take anything away from, no matter, just because there's other people that want. Who's the dude that got lucky and beat Tyson?
Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas. Like,
who lost? Douglas lost that fight in the 9th round. I believe it was the 9th round. Ref fucked up that count. I don't care what anybody says.
And even still, it was,
that uppercut just knocked his soul out.
And Duke, don't get me wrong, Duke came in there was a good.
He got up and whipped his Tyson's ass after that.
He had a lot of size. He used the jab well.
But Tyson didn't go to fight that round that long. You know what I mean?
And Tyson wasn't Tyson.
No. When he came out of prison, though, that first white boy that they served up to him, Peter McSeeley, that's the worst stare down I've ever seen in boxing.
Right.
The most intimidating. Yeah. Nothing moving in my bones.
Yeah.
And that white dude tried to smile that shit
Tyson
off.
said that he knew in the stare off, like,
I'm gonna kill this guy.
yeah. Like he could tell when he was scared.
He didn't want to be in there anymore.
And when you show that fear, boy, oh God, it's like a fucking animal.
The fact that he started smiling let Tyson know he was scared to death. Cause when he's so
Have you ever
scared,
hit a blinker on this?
huh?
Have you ever hit a blinker?
What is that?
Okay, so.
Oh, sorry, you know.
Have you ever done that?
Hell no. You see me coming.
We do blinker challenges sometimes. It's about 15 seconds.
I will be a spectator for that.
Mike and Jay Smoker, check it out. There's different shorts on there of us doing blinker challenges.
Sounds like the free clinic here right now.
There's somebody.
No.
There's different people on YouTube that go out in public in recreational states or states where it's medicinal.
Yeah.
And they take a straight out of the package a can, and they'll like go up to different people. Are you 420 friendly? And they'll be like, yeah, and they're like, if you can get a blinker, I'll give you $20 and you can keep the card. And people will try to hit what? I want to start doing that on Mike and Shay Smoker. Get enough blinkers or enough pins, eventually get there, but I think it'd be really good.
Right. I remember we used to do Mexican shotguns back in the day.
Yeah, right.
We'll take every 10 deep breaths real fast,
Yeah,
lock up fingers and drop down and then stand up real slow.
Remember we were in that Golden Corral.
Yeah.
First your lip giving.
All shotguns, boy.
The girl I used to date, Boogaloo
Oh man.
in the parking lot across from.
Oh right, look, it made it look like I had the biggest case of
We
herpes,
pulled
but it
up
was
to the
a,
truck and jumped out and was talking to him.
it wasn't herpes, dog. It was actually from a area. Boy, we used to roll them thumb size too. Boy, we used to get stupid with it back in the day. I remember Bruce's car, that 66 Caprice. I remember having to get in the driver's seat at Bucket's pool hall when we were to go to leave, and he'd had to get up underneath the car, and he would have to put it in reverse in the transmission by hand, roll out while I backed up, and then roll up under there again and shove it up in the drive.
I remember
I
before
remember
school,
that.
we had like.
That's called hood rich.
We had like
Yeah,
800 fuckers in that car rolling around.
Boy, with the windows rolled up, stay rolling. Haul like 20 people in that car.
You kids don't smoke.
Yeah, no, and don't drive around like we did doing that. You know what I mean?
We were doing. We're not.
They all on the roof.
We tell these stories so people can learn not to.
Get on the roof.
We're the reasons why y'all are gonna be better people.
Frank,
No, them.
oh, get on your roof
You know
sometime.
what I'm saying?
Not kids. Grown ups.
Be responsible.
We did a video getting high on the roof not too long ago.
I know people judge people that smoke too, man. That's just crazy too.
It's crazy that people still today have those mindsets. Fucking 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
That is a drug.
You're talking 80 years of false narratives of people being made to believe that marijuana was as bad as methamphetamine
And coke, yeah.
or PCP.
Opiates. And
If you go back and you watch
Angel dust.
Reefer Madness, you ever heard of that? The 1930s
Yeah.
propaganda, that's the word I was looking for. The propaganda that they put out for so many years about that still to this day has people terrified to try something. Something that is now backed up by doctors.
yeah, and does have amazing medicinal purposes. You know what I mean?
You know, my
But at the
wife-
same time, you're gonna classify that like it's just a schedule, whatever it is, narcotic.
But right now it's in place to try to get it
Drop
taken
down.
off. Yeah.
But alcohol's not. You know what I mean? And not that I judge anybody that's drinking, so don't anybody try to say that, you know, I'm promoting something that I partake in, but I will not, you know, but I'm going to throw down alcohol by saying this. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, you choose to do that. I don't care if you drink or not. You know what I
I
mean?
can honestly, and I'm way more vocal about this. I don't mind saying that I've been on both spectrums of that, and I've been way higher than most people will ever in their life, and still been able to function. And so many times have I been drunk where I couldn't even function, and I made such an ass of myself, or put myself. I remember when I got probably alcohol poisoning and was hanging out Bruce's car going down the road back to the hotel we got and just puking.
Oh, man,
I come to like awake, and the road is just flying by right in my face while I'm door open with my head out. Like way more worse situations with alcohol.
And you know, and for some people it might be the opposite, you know what I mean? Drink all night long and sit there and be cool, you know what I mean? And take 2 hits off the blunt and just be face down in the ditch somewhere.
For sure.
You know what I mean? With a hamburger wrapper laid over there. Because he was hungry, you know what I mean?
I also now believe that, especially with the
Under the influence of either one, shouldn't drive.
no, and the kind of strains they have now, what is so funny?
The car accidents.
Oh, car accidents? You want to talk car accidents?
Yeah.
Get a knock on your door at 2 in the morning and you look outside and this dude and my brother are carrying some chick into my house at like 2 in the morning, and I look out there and there's my mom's Elantra station wagon.
Pretty killed.
You know what I mean? Okay. And both airbags in the front are deployed. The front looks like a V. I mean, it looks like somebody just came up with a chop in the front of the car or underneath the car.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got it there, man. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I got to try to drive this car around in my backyard. Smells like beer in there. All right. So my dad doesn't drive by because I know my dad's gonna drive by looking for my mom's car. All right. It's gonna be in the backyard. I know he's gonna look there too, but I tried. That was an interesting night, car wreck. That fool thought he was on L Street. You know, L Street goes all the way through from like whatever. There's a Greenwood all the way down to 50th Street or Albert Pike. He was on G Street. There's that ditch and that little dirt wall. I don't know how he got the car out of that. And got it all the way over to Dotson. That's why you don't do that. You think you know where you're at, you don't. He didn't anyway. How many times I had the firemen carry that dude out of somewhere? We used to put dirty diapers underneath him in David's house. Boy.
Those are some days.
That's where I got found and put on the radio station. Was over at that dude's house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody from the local area that's lived here for a while, do y'all remember back when there used to not be a hip hop?
Oh, 92.3.
It was the first one in this area.
Yeah, 92 crew. And
Crew 92.
yeah, and it's now it's the La Raza 92.3.
Yeah.
Still owned by Kisser.
Franco was the first DJ.
Oh man, yo,
for that radio station.
that was real. And dude, the crazy thing about that. Okay, so Rick Hayes, who's Big Dog on Kisser, been there forever. He used to live behind Dave in Melody over there. And we used to party out there all the time, barbecuing and chilling. And I told y'all I'm loud. I've been loud forever. But he stopped outside the backyard in his, oh God, what was he driving? It was a black SUV. It was Pathfinder. Oh my God, yeah, I remember the old Pathfinders that everybody thought were cool back then. He said, dude, have you ever thought about being a DJ? He's just shouting it out from his driver's window. And I thought, no, man, I ain't never thought about that. He said, well, jump in, come down to the station with me and let's make some demo tapes. And you talking over the intros and songs, and we'll go from there. And I thought, holy crap, all right, man. He said he dug my vibe. He's heard me talking outside because I'm loud. It ended up working out. I get on there, and they put me on that radio. This whole town thought I was 6'5", 300 pounds and black.
You ain't lying either.
I've been this since high school, you know what I mean?
You were a lot more,
I'm not going to tell you what got me fired from that place, but
you were a lot more,
That was fun.
I'm trying. I can't wait to hear what the word is he's popping out of here right
I'm
now.
trying to say the right word. You were a lot more.
You hurt my face right now. I'm scared.
Gangster.
Oh man, I know. Yeah,
Man.
I was definitely more hood. Definitely more hood. Absolutely.
I was gonna say ghetto, but it's
I mean that too. You know what I mean. But I did grow up in South Dallas, man. Shout out to Oak Cliff if you know what I'm talking about, man. You know you can't even get into a gas station at the 9 o'clock out there.
We all were,
You know what I mean?
It was the 90s.
Hey, the 90s here, hey, for those of y'all that don't know, Fort Smith, or not Fort Smith, but Little Rock, Arkansas made HBO in 1994, banging in Little Rock. We had more murders in Little Rock per capita than New York City.
Somebody was talking about that on TikTok.
What? I can't remember the dude's name that headed up that special, that there was the main guy in there, that was the blood, but yeah, dude, it was crazy.
It was a white guy.
You can research that, you know what I mean?
Tree.
And it's real. They were doing that. And there were 16-year-old girls jacking people at the stoplight with their car with Uzis.
I used to have to go to, my dad went to the VA hospital.
Yeah.
They used to not have one in Northwest Arkansas. So we went there a lot. But I can remember in the 90s as a teenager going up there, and then later on for other reasons,
Right.
and seeing there'd be whole lots, and I'm talking maybe 2 lots, a city lot, full of white crosses of young children that got shot, and those are just young children shot accidentally
Yeah.
in drive-bys and things like that. And I'm not talking one lot. I'm not talking 2 lots together. I'm talking in different places of the town.
Like down the road,
Right here.
the red and white pyramid with the at nighttime on the box. Yeah, I remember Martin Luther King Park, in the 90s, love. Cops wouldn't even go by there.
Where?
Martin Luther King Park.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the
I never
90s.
go there.
I mean, I remember guys being out there playing ball, no offense, white guys, but I mean, when the sun goes down, man, they would have to leave. It was real, man. Y'all, I can tell y'all some stories that I'm not going to tell y'all.
Oh, I already
Definitely tell y'all some stories that could blow your mind. Fort Smith, man. Fort Smith, we need to come alive, man. Fort Smith needs to come alive. It's trying to, I hope.
see Fort Jackson Cross and all that bullshit. You know, they done all that.
You know, shoot, Fort Smith saved my life. Technically, according to my daddy.
Fort Smith's alive every night.
Not me, but growing up in Oak Cliff was pretty cool. Growing up in Dallas back then, boy, it was rough.
Yeah.
It's like most people like don't think about the fact that we used to count gunshots going to sleep the way that most people count sheep. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or the fact that it's part of your knowledge as a child in that neighborhood that you know that you don't have a bed frame on your bed because you're safer 6 inches from the ground and 3 feet from the ground in a drive-by shooting. So those are facts we knew. You know what I mean? And it's kind of sad.
Yeah, because you think most shots hit the middle of
You know what I mean? And but most gangsters shooting, you know what I mean? They don't shoot bullets. They throw them out of the gun. You know, they're like slinging the gun like that. You know what I mean? They're like, pow, pow, pow. Oh, dude. That's what it's like. That's why they have stray bullets hitting things they ain't supposed to. You know what I mean?
Right.
If somebody that was a trained shooter went driving by like that, just fired off like 1 or 2, he's hitting his target. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying that you should go out and get trained so you can do drive-bys. I'm not promoting that at all, but I'm just saying there's a difference. That's why accidents happen because you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, and the point is it's sad that we live in a world where
You have to be afraid of
somebody
that.
has to have those.
You hate somebody so much that you want to kill them. They have to die.
Well, I mean, people, children out there, people in their homes, just to feel safe, have to take those measures.
Precautions, yeah.
Some people never even have to think of that.
Bars on your window, like the gas stations have bulletproof glass and bars, like a bank teller drawer. So you'll talk to the dude, tell him what you want. He'll walk through the store and get it, put it in the drawer and slide it out to you. You put your money in there.
You see a lot more of those common mall areas now.
Mobile cop station at the Walmart bank.
Yeah.
And before no Walmart sale for 24 anymore. But before COVID, these super centers weren't staying open until 24 hours in, 11 o'clock. You were out the door and it was locked.
Right.
They were telling you, hey, whatever you got, you better get it up here now. It's 10:45. They pushing you to the front. Bye-bye. That was our normal. So my dad moved us here.
Yeah.
At a job transfer. He was the first name on it. Like, for what? No. So it's a change of pace even as a child, you know, moving
Right.
out here. which is where I heard the most gangster thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, in Arkansas, in high school, going to the Hartford football game with Bruce because he met that chick at the pool. Oh, so a bunch of us loaded up and went out there. And the sign on this thing said, "Don't let the sun hit your black ass jacket." And I thought, oh my God, and this was before we could jump on the cell phone and Google, by the way. We get out there to this football game and we're dressed good. Because, I mean, this is what we did in the 90s.
It was Hartford or Hackett?
Might have been Hackett.
And it was Bruce or me?
It was Bruce and you.
No, it was just me. We went to the game, you played the drums?
Yes, okay. All right, well, check this out.
I've told that story.
This is the most gangster thing I've ever heard. Dude told me, I've got a hole only I know about.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is that to tell somebody?
And what's crazy is,
Yeah, you said that shit. Right?
Like I said, you're not going to change everybody,
you
but
were 18?
yeah,
I
18
was
years old.
16. No, I was 18, you were 20.
I was 20. That's right, I was up.
Yeah. Because we went there because
Crystal.
Amy Charlie.
Yep.
Who lived with Crystal, I was dating. And that's why we went there.
Yeah.
But point was, as soon as we walked in that place, we were judged. And it felt like, it felt like the entire
Based on
place,
appearance.
it felt like the entire place stopped.
Before they even said two
Including
words.
The football players that were playing the game. Like, it just seemed like all eyes were on us as we were walking through the.
Could have called a late game, boys.
Yeah, that's what happened if you Bruce.
By the time we left,
Hold up.
Franco was playing drums with the band and had all kinds of the younger people coming up and talking to us
And you know, and I think about that now, and I look back at it, you know, it kind of does make sense on where I'm at doing what I'm doing right now.
right?
I don't know why, but I've always been able to draw a crowd. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I'm always positive unless you just pissed me off, which was easy to do back then, but
I always thought that you had something about you that was made for that kind of.
that I was supposed to be.
You know, when we were young, I always, well, young now, but
You know, I ain't old yet.
I used to always be like, oh, I'm gonna be your manager.
Well, this is a real conversation.
And
And I used to write songs. I used to do everything.
I've always kind of believed in certain people, the idea of going for your dreams. I let life beat me down on a few things that just maybe
You
weren't.
should have just went for it no matter what. And it's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm going for something that I should have tried going for a long time ago.
Right.
I just didn't know. It took the right thing to happen to me. Everything lined up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mom used to yell at me all the time, you know, because I've been dancing since I was 5, like I said. You know, and I wasn't even supposed to be born. Mom was told, five doctors told my mom she'd never have kids. And I was born on July 4th, 1976. I was a bicentennial 4th of July baby. And wasn't even supposed to be here. So my mom used to yell at me all the time. You messing up. You ain't even supposed to be here, boy. You know, all that guilt trip stuff. But she was telling me before she died, like I said, I used to go talk to her all the time. She's like, I can't believe you still never did anything with that.
Right.
God gave that to you for a reason. That talent right there, you were put on this. I've always told you were special. And I'm like, yeah, Mom. Every mom says that. She said, no, you know why? I said, no, I don't. Never believed that. But a year after she passed away is the year I got offered a job to go teach at the dance studio.
Right.
Now, for the crazy story, I got married. Daughter was in a dance class. I go down there for the first time. Like I said, I've never been in the studio. And I'm there playing It's Tricky, I remember, Run DMC. And I'm in the hallway watching through the doors I've never seen. I'm looking through the windows, watching what they're doing. They're warming up. And I'm just starting getting it down. Taking it back to the 80s. And next thing I know, you know, the lady running the studio and a few of the other teachers and stuff are standing right there talking about who are you, who you looking at, why we never met? Do you want a job? You know, pretty much. And I said, no, I got a job. And she just made me an offer that sounded real good. So I took it. And here I am, man, 13 years later. And I'm actually finally starting to see what people have always been telling me, especially since I've been doing this. But I still don't completely see it. I don't understand it yet. I don't know what it is that I had a guy come find me and when a dad comes to you, another dude, you know,
Right.
and says, I appreciate what you've done for my daughter who's in high school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and you're one of the main reasons that I can do my job anywhere. Apparently he's an important guy, you know what I mean? And he left his clients to come find me at this dinner. It just happened to be in the same restaurant.
Yeah.
And come to shake my hand, have me crying at the table, you know what I mean? Just said, you're the reason I'm still here in Arkansas. You know what I mean? And his daughter started having friends, started being okay with who she was.
Right.
He said, I can never pay you back for that.
Yeah,
Moments like that are why I do what I do.
you said that don't you don't
I don't get it.
white either.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Something I've learned in the last year, because I always had this idea that I wasn't fully great at anything or fully had what I was meant for. But something I learned by taking all the complexities out of things by all those ideas that's been put on us our whole lives.
Right.
And just start looking at simplicity. We're all humans. We're all capable of the same things. You are just as capable of
Everybody has the same
anything
tools.
in this world, things that we haven't seen yet. You know, just we're all that capable.
Geographical location, you know, white, black, male, female, tall, short, fat, skinny.
Right.
You all had the same tools and all had the same chances and opportunities.
And you, what some people would call, or what you even call, cocky, or
There's a line between confidence and cockiness.
it could just be you're more woke about what we should be doing and the idea of what we're doing. That's why you put yourself out there and you don't give a fuck what other people think.
I do not care what other people think.
I'm just getting that at 40 something. You know,
I've been that way
I don't
my
give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's how I was able to start doing this stuff. And
when you gotta learn to be okay with who you are in this world. You can't be somebody else. Nobody else can tell you how to be you.
once you figure out who you are and you like that person, you love that
That's
person,
the other part of it, you know what I mean? You gotta be okay with who you are.
it doesn't matter what anybody fucking thinks. And that doesn't mean that something that I'm sure Franco knows about that I'm trying to get out of is the amount of time I invest in my outfits. Honestly, because you know me, I have the matches just like you.
Oh man,
everything.
so if y'all haven't seen yet, boy, wait, that's the green size, okay? Right there with the bright blue Adidas right there. Hold up, let me finish it. Right there's the bright blue to match that, man. That goes with the shoes. All right, green hat, blue undershirt, y'all. I'm all the way
Get
nice
your
with it.
leprechaun ass down.
Adidas hat, Adidas jersey. Where's it at, fam? Adidas shoes, rocking the three stripe.
Yeah, that's solid profile.
Something after Dad died that I said I'm going to do that I haven't been able to do yet, and that some other people are pushing me not to do is I'm going to buy a one piece. I call it a guru outfit. Kind of looks like a Muslim outfit.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of what they call those, but see, same kind of deal.
People, monks.
Monks, yeah.
Kind of like a monk.
Like a robe almost.
But just to take all the complexities and all that extra, because even as free as I am with everybody now, I still put effort into what people see me as. and I want to get rid of that too.
See,
I want
and
to be that free.
and here's the thing for me, y'all. My outfits just ended up going a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but it,
You're you.
right, and I do it. That's why I do. I do it for me. I like to cut. I've been picking my own outfits out since I was forever. These guys can tell you, man. Always took the longest to get ready to go anywhere. I'd have to meet people at the place.
No.
If I was the ride, you were in trouble. We're gonna be late. I still take like I put 4 outfits on. I change like 3 or 4 times before I go out to the club, and I still take an outfit in the car with me. Extra shirt, extra pants, belt, shoes, hat, everything, just in case somebody spills something on me, because I can't be out there with no stain on me. I got to.
And see that's such a weird divide for somebody that can talk and put themselves out there in so many situations, but physically,
Yeah, I
they
got
worry so much
about what I look like going out. Yeah, and it's for me. I can, and boy, everybody.
We like to say that we do it for ourselves. I like to look this way. I want to feel it so.
You know what I'm saying?
But we do it because our whole lives we've been judged that way.
Well, the ex-wife used to hate it the way I really started going crazy with it. You know what I mean? And she's like, oh, "You look so stupid. I'm not. Go change. I'm not going anywhere with you." And I wouldn't go change. You know what I mean? I'm stubborn. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is that she's the only person that's ever said anything to me about it looking stupid. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I wear it like it's the normal thing to be doing. I wear it with such confidence, like, oh, what, you're not wearing that? And here's the other thing.
Pull it off.
If you do say something to me about it, here's where it's gonna get a little funny for you, feel a little awkward. Because I'm gonna be like, bro, appreciate that, man. Thank you, dog. Appreciate that. I'm that guy now. Now, back in the day, it would have been a little different. But
I understand that completely too, because on here, the old me had to get off of Facebook and social media for a while years ago.
because of the negative shit you
And I
hear.
was always getting into it with people because I'm always so outspoken. On here, I get comments sometimes.
You're gonna get them.
Just crazy for no reason, and all I do is harden. I just harden. That's the most.
That's it. And sometimes I won't even acknowledge that. You know what I mean?
Like the other day, we did. Did you see the one where Shay takes the bell and I'm setting the chair back?
Oh yeah.
Some dude just writes douche on there. And I'm like,
Come on, man.
first of all, in my mind, if you call me a douche, you're probably hating because I'm doing something right.
Right?
You know,
haters are appreciated.
Instead of being like, oh, well, and I'll say this on here, I did go and look up his page. And
Right? I mean,
had 0 followers, and a little bit of me felt better about
you know what I'm saying?
But that wasn't the point. The point was, as soon as I read it, I just hearted it, and I left it at that, no matter how I handled it myself. There was no need putting that out there.
That negative.
There's so much negative.
Put an opinion out there, yeah. Put a well thought out, well written,
and even
adult
you
answer.
put those out, and there's certain people that are always just going to come back with some bullshit where you end up getting mad.
There is always an argument that can happen through everything. There's opinions. That's what they are. They're opinions.
Perspective.
And everybody's got their facts.
Wrong. That's what we have to accept.
That's
in a world
all-time fight.
In a world where I'm not ever even positive if we're in a simulation or fit fucking real,
Right?
how the fuck can I tell somebody they're right or wrong? Like, that's crazy.
Exactly.
It took these 44 years to realize that.
That'd be like me looking at a dude welding something, be like, man, is that how you do it?
Right.
I know shit about welding, bro. Nothing. Have I ever welded? No. So how am I going to say something to you? If I ever walked in your shoes, no. I don't know what you've been through in your life, you know what I mean? Especially if I've only known you 5 minutes, 3 weeks. I still don't know what you've been through in your life. So I can't judge you as a person.
There's something that came out after Dad died was stuff that nobody in this whole world knew about me. Only me and certain people that were there and this and that. And not even my wife, who knew me better than anybody.
Right, and same with me. Those things I was taking to the
grave.
grave.
Brother to me.
Take it to the grave, man. Nobody's gonna know this shit.
And that's the shit I put out there, though. With everybody I love, and not just that, but the things that You know, I spent my whole life like mad and angry, and
Oh God,
I kept
getting
I
anger
kept
out of
saying,
me,
I
dude.
don't know why I'm angry, and I don't know how to work on myself because I don't know how to get inside myself. Oh, something I learned recently was I knew the whole fucking time what was bothering me. I knew the whole time I was scared to fucking deal with it. I was
Right?
scared to fix it. I was scared to dive into it.
You know what I mean?
You know,
And
you
you were
gotta-
mad at yourself for taking it out on everything else and not.
Everything else. So many people that
Mhm.
knew me back when you guys knew me, and then people that know me now that didn't know me then. would not
Hear
believe
these
the
stories,
same
yeah.
person. Like they would not believe that I'm the same person.
Absolutely. No, it's like so. I think sometimes, man, really, you bringing your kids to me? You know, but I don't think that because I always know who I've been as a person,
5 days a week.
right?
What?
And then somebody that just like knew me back then and like just hadn't seen me in a while and finds out that hey, this is what you do. Or people bringing their kids to you. I've heard that before. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, man? You must not have really known me. I did have some anger issues, but I've always been who I am right now. I've always been a good-hearted dude with a big heart that cares. I've always wore it on the sleeve. I'm not afraid to cry.
And that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Everybody out there goes through the same thoughts and the same shit that everyone else.
I knew how to handle being
some
happy.
People wear it on their sleeves and put it out in public, and some people hide it forever. And, you know, those people are the ones that end up fucking at some point in their life.
That's just as much being in denial as it is being an alcoholic and thinking you're not an alcoholic. You know what I mean? Refusing to turn that in on yourself.
Hard stuff. So
Right.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, I only drink on from 5 to 10 on Monday through Sunday.
That would be like me saying I don't have an addictive personality because the only thing I do is marijuana because it's prescribed to me.
Right.
I still have an addictive personality with it. Same way a person that drinks coffee every day has to have coffee.
You know what I mean? And
Just,
recovery is a job. Recovery is a job. If you are an addict and you have to get into that, it's a job. You work at it every single day. Everything's a job. You got to work at every single thing and everything you do.
Something that I think, and I've gotten away from this lately in the last month or so, and I've been trying to get back to it, is that when I do the best in life with all that stuff, is when I'm not even thinking about that stuff. I'm just doing good things. I'm just putting things out in the world and like living in the moment.
That's the way I'm living the rest of my life, dude.
Falls into place.
I'm going to influence as many people to be cool and positive as long as I'm still breathing. And I've got a great platform of being able to do it and touch a mass number of today's youth, you know what I mean? Which today's youth is so I look at it, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody, but it's a struggle looking at some of today's youth out there, and it's scary to think about what's going to happen, but y'all are smart.
I stand very fucking torn on that subject.
Real talk.
I am one of those people that still can't think about who I was as a kid and the shit I went through.
And I didn't care about what was going on in the world.
That to kids nowadays.
Did not care.
Better understanding. But then sometimes the mentality of kids as a whole, I'm just like, fuck, am I just fucking old and seeing it wrong? Or are they fucking a little different now?
They are a little different because, everybody's believed that they can do whatever they want to now. You know what I mean? And not that
trophy for
yes, participation trophies have definitely been an issue. Okay, that's a problem. Telling everybody, oh, it's okay. That's a problem because sometimes it ain't okay. You know what I mean?
Masking things is one of the words.
Yes, that goes part of being in denial there too. It's like
so many parents mask things on their
don't be a yes parent.
Yeah, or just like think about kids that are going through things and they can't ever talk about it because their parents are always like, we live this perfect life.
Yeah, or
everything's in this box.
You think, oh, these are the problems we had. You think you had problems?
Of who we are, and like
understand what's going on with your kids. I feel you on that, and know that it is different for them than it was for you as a kid because things are different.
And we still, and don't get me wrong, I say it all the time. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on any of this shit, guys, because I fuck up with my kids all the time.
All the time. Oh my God.
And I'm the best version I've ever been.
Dude, I had my kids listening to Brother Lynch, you know, when they were like in elementary school. If y'all don't know who Brother Lynch is, don't look it up unless you're just into that. But
That's
it's,
something.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's debatable on whether you should let a child listen to that. It's a hard
This
debate.
is an adult content only channel, so.
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna say the name of the song. It'll blow your mind. But yo,
for sure. I've always been open with my kids.
I have too.
Talking to them like they're adults, even when they're young. The music and the movies they can watch. I believe that if we shelter kids too much and then boom, they're 18 and we're like, get the fuck out of the world, and then kids are like shell shocked.
And don't judge people if you hear them out there and you ask about them kids and somebody says, man, fuck them kids. Anybody as a parent is always said, fuck them kids.
One of my favorite comedians, you got Richard Pryor, you got Eddie Murphy. One of my top 5 though is Bernie Mac.
Boy.
Bernie Mac is one of the first people in the world to be honest and say, I choked the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I just want to choke the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not condoning.
Bust your head open. Yeah.
You don't, physical never works.
There's a fine line between discipline and
abuse. There are
abuse.
times in everyone's life
that pain's got that effect on a person when they remember that.
People need their ass.
Yeah.
We don't do that enough. I remember, I never got whoopings in school.
I did.
I was an alright kid, you know.
I like to talk.
But my dad had a paddle at home.
Oh man.
He always made a paddle. It was my whole life was paddles.
Anything in the house was a paddle.
Broke and he had more paddles than most of your kids seen in your fucking life.
Boy.
I'd break them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I've got to go to a museum to see a paddle now.
But Pops would take me, and this is something that if I brought up before he passed and before certain things, he'd be like, I never did that.
Oh man, right.
Pops would take me in the backyard sometimes and whoop my ass right after school, and kids are walking by hearing me scream, getting spanked with his fucking paddle. Oh shit, there's Michael's house. He's getting his ass beat.
Again.
You know, and thank God he did.
You know what I mean,
Thank
right?
God that back then I had to go get a switch when I did.
Dude, because if I would have got whoopings growing up like that, dude, there's no, after the things that I did do, after knowing I was going to get whipped. And
even though we had to fucking keep running into that brick wall before we learned to listen, when we got older, we respected those.
I hear parents right now saying, keep on doing that, we'll see what happens. Hey, keep on doing that. There was a slap you in the face right off the bat.
I remember the first time I cussed to my mom.
Ooh.
I was 11 or 12.
Uh-huh.
David Strassel was there.
Aaron
Strassel was there. And this woman backhanded me straight to the ground in front of my
everybody.
And she wore a lot of rings, guys. It wasn't fucking abuse.
No.
It was, you disrespected your mother.
And you paid the consequence.
Thank God she did that, because if Dad would have been there, oh my God.
See, I told my mom to shut up in front of my dad and my uncle one time, just joking, you know. She said, hey, go. I said, oh, Mom, shut up. My dad and uncle were standing right by me, didn't even have a chance to do anything. Next thing I know, they're picking me up.
Have you seen some of the Mom Shut Up fake videos they do where they trick the dad? You ever seen any of those? There's a shitload that went viral.
I'm about to watch those.
A couple years ago.
I was on one of those before.
One of those would just like set it up with their mom, and the mom would be like, "Hey, turn that TV off," or "Hey, go do the laundry," and they'd be like, "Shut the hell up, Mom," or "Shut up, bitch," or whatever. And the dad wouldn't know nothing about it. And there's some real solid pops out there, like, dude. The hell did you say? And like take off after the kid, and so many kids were like, "Hey, that it was a joke, it was a joke."
I got the joke.
They knew what was coming, so there still is that kind of, don't disrespect your mom.
Hey, dads, be dads, okay, and especially if you got sons, raise men, okay. Don't raise no punks, raise men.
Something I do a lot is I won't let Shaylee disrespect Shay, but I'll let her disrespect me. being the girl and my daughter. And
You
it's
as
not
a
good,
man,
I
you can't.
shouldn't,
Yeah.
but I do.
And not saying I'm stone aged, you know, or anything like that, but I do think in a family like that the mother should discipline the daughter like that. That the man should not do that.
And see,
Okay, but he should have his talks with her. He should know what's going on in his daughter's life
yeah, for sure.
and be there for sure.
Without a doubt, those moments and those situations that a lot of men don't try to be involved with. Shay, a lot of times, though, doesn't, and I talked to her about this, doesn't take up for me in those situations. So, and I'll be like, "Are you gonna say something here?" And she'll be like, "Why don't you say?" And it's just, I don't know why, but it's harder for me and my daughter to say shit.
Well, and you, I mean, she's right. You should, you know, you should have a talk with her like that. But as far as like, that's not how you talk to your father.
Somebody, yeah.
It's vice versa. Like if the son says something like that, I should be choking your eyeballs out.
Better if she stands up for me than if I do it.
Right, but it also looks like y'all are a team unit. You know what I mean? Whether y'all agree or not in the moment, agree to disagree. You know what I mean? Have your talk about it after y'all are in your own time. You know, look, don't put me in that situation again like that. But do not leave any doubt on who is the most dominant parent in the house. They should both be equally have a say, and you should worry about both of them. You know what I mean? Don't be that one that says, "Well, I'll just go ask my mom or I'll just go ask my dad."
And for that other parent, the one that does have to do the discipline more,
right?
It really can feel like a burden.
It can.
It can feel like a lot on you as a parent. Why do I always have to be the one to fix that?
Because you have to sit there and instill the fact that this is my word. This is, if I say it, it's happening. Yeah. And there's going to be consequences for every single time that it does happen.
That's something we're buckling down right now.
It's hard. It is hard to sit there and be consistent like that. It really is. And it goes back to life being choices, man. Yeses and nos. Am I going to be firm in what I say? Yes or no?
I remember my pops grounded me a lot of times. And
never got off. I got grounded the entire third quarter of ninth grade.
About a week go by on a month grounding, and
brother couldn't even get 5 minutes, you know, of probation to get out now. Every second of it, and I knew, and that's the thing about it too. I knew the consequence, and I knew it was gonna happen. If my mom said it, take that to the bank, boy.
Yeah, company though.
Look, 5'6", 130-pound woman, boy. God, boy, she twisted me up like a pretzel. I was scared to death of that woman, but I loved it then too. That was scary though. He was just an intimidating man. If he said it, he damn sure
I'll
meant
scare your
dog.
Your dad had a big presence.
He
think about my dad.
Had an aura about him, you know what I mean? Almost like a Rick James type of thing. It's
and
like
a very respected and manly
you know,
personality.
And both of them were based it all off on respect, you know what I mean? And
you weren't there. You were at work. Pink Flamingo. When your dad
he came over there, yeah, I heard about that.
Both our dads
yeah.
showed up, and me and Bruce were like,
don't answer the fucking door. And you
answer the door, bro.
I'm not gonna be the one to turn that down.
Comes
and opens it up. You gonna tell that two dudes no, and you ain't gonna open that door up and let you. Oh, that poor hotel manager dude.
Shit, we're going home.
Yeah, oh yeah. I can imagine that dude trying to tell them two guys.
And I wasn't even fucking mad at my parents. I just left them, these motherfuckers.
Now mind you,
what? We're gonna go live in a hotel and party.
This when hotels actually had keys and you had to stick in the door like a home. You know, there wasn't no key card. You know.
That first hotel,
boy.
Tell you some stories about.
Are you kidding me?
For another show, but.
Man, I don't even know if we should talk about that one. There was some unsolved mysteries in like cold cases, so to speak.
We ended up, me, Brian Bowden, was from Satan.
Yep.
David and maybe Chuck stayed in a room there later, which was, I'm pretty sure, one of those rooms, because throughout the night, we had to get the phone book or something. I'm going through it. I'm like, bro, there's red paint all in this motherfucker.
Ain't red paint.
And we're like, and then like the more we started looking around that room, we started seeing fucking blood spots in different places. And finally, I'm like,
You get the black lights?
hey, you motherfuckers got to get us out of this room, bro. Like how the fuck has this room not been cleaned?
No,
Shit.
Girl,
Crime scene
it ain't been clean.
that's probably the
That
designated.
shows you how much shit gets missed.
That's the designated murder room. You know.
Right. Where's the crime tape?
You know the gangs come. Hey, let me get room number such and such. I remember that time we were sitting in that room partying, and that white dude walked up in the room and turned our music down. The beat down that little white boy guy was amazing. Yes. And what was the little brother, little black guy? God, what was his name?
You dated the little white girl next door?
Yes. Her name was Katrina. I can't. Floyd.
Floyd and Katrina.
Little Floyd. Oh boy. I ran into him at the club
I
one
definitely
time.
remember Katrina.
Yeah, for sure. She braided put my hair in a ponytail and looked like a spider.
We hid from Jennifer and Crystal and went and hung out with
The fuck?
Katrina and the little black girl.
What was the black girl's name? And their mama was over there too. Dude, who's the the Perv? Perv was the dude that worked at Chuck E. Cheese. The manager of Chuck E. Cheese used to have them sand beach volleyball parties in his backyard and invite everybody over there.
Do y'all remember the party at my house that there was a lot of?
The one where the video camera was out, we still can't find the video cassette?
No, we had it was from he was 21, 22. He drove a black BMW. He was from Arabia.
I know.
I spent like 2 hours with this dude
Yes.
trying to get liquor. And then we get back to the house and he wouldn't smoke.
Yes.
And everybody forced him to smoke. And there was two brothers. One had long hair. They were older than us. One had short hair and long hair. And dude tried to beat him up at my party because he was like, this dude's a fucking narc, man.
Yeah.
And had us all like questioning dude and we like pinned him.
And we beat that.
John and what were those two brothers' names?
I can't think
John
of
and Dustin.
They weren't even our kind of people. Like I don't know why we hung out with those dudes.
it. They were brothers though, right?
Yeah.
Were they big old guys?
They were. One was like wore Abercrombie and Fitch pants and had long hair and kind of a pretty boy, and the other one wasn't as clean cut.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember their names. I can't remember them, but I do.
That's
I
a
know.
good thing.
Yeah, I felt sorry for that dude because
They
they got me liquor and like he didn't have an ID. He had a passport.
I remember that now.
All these places.
The BMWs won't set me off.
I
to
sat
the store.
there and didn't speak up when I thought I should have at my party and be like, fuck y'all, this
You
dude,
get
y'all
the hell
can
out.
If y'all don't like it, you can fucking leave. I also remember if any of the girls are watching,
Rihanna.
They used to hang out with Sarah Wagner and them. You stole my Penny Hardaway jersey. That was my favorite jersey of all time. I never forgot that. Your girls wanted something to sleep in that night at the party, and you took off with my shit.
He was a gentleman.
I'm just saying.
Penny Hardaway, dude, and
Just
that was big to have that jersey too back in the
That was my
90s.
guy.
Penny Hardaway and Shaq was supposed to be like the next dynasty coming out, yo.
Don't get me started on fucking Orlando back. So many letdowns.
Yeah, Shaq was something in the
And
game.
that's when
I don't think Hardaway get enough credit
I
though.
love Shaq. I love him now. I hated Shaq for so long for leaving fucking Penny. And then Penny got hurt after that. Penny never got to excel like he should have. Not that that's Shaq's fault.
They came in the league together pretty much, you know what I mean? Where Penny was already there, but
Other than Kobe, well, Dwayne Wade was awesome too.
Dwayne Wade's a baller.
Great
He's a-
guard, but something about Penny and Shaq in that prime, fucking the way they played together, they did that movie together, they were good friends. Like the
Well, they were
was
young
so
and hungry.
great.
They were young and
So
hungry.
great. I mean, fucking second year of a franchise, and they were in the playoffs. Like, insane.
Well, Penny, man, he he was a generational talent. You know what I mean? He was something ain't nobody ever seen.
Some of the best passes.
Yes, and underrated as a shooter. He
Catch a
definitely.
rebound, spin 360, still in the air, and throw it behind the back pass for an easy assist.
But they were looking. They could have changed a whole lot of things, boy. And Shaq was just absolute physical specimen nobody's ever seen before.
Shaq, I honestly believe that he won that championship so bad, so early, and when he didn't get it after a couple of years, because he was there before King of the Year.
Yeah, that's
Shaq
right.
had 3 or 4 years there.
Shaq was the guy.
And I think if he had stayed where he was, it was only a matter of time.
But Shaq didn't think he needed him. You know what I mean? Shaq got to like that.
And you got to think, the people they were playing then, like you got the Bulls in, such a dominant team, the Houston Rockets.
Man, Indiana. With refugee Reggie Miller.
Detroit Pistons.
Pistons were the best.
So many dominant teams that were still so dominant when that franchise came out.
Yeah.
And it was
But they weren't ready for that, you know what I mean? They were
wasn't.
untouched territory. Nobody really knew anything about them.
They grabbed Horace Grant, and when they
Which was a good grab for them,
when
dude.
they made that move, man.
That was the triplet action that you needed. You needed that guard, you needed that dominant force out there, and you needed somebody to rebound. That's all his only job.
With the triangle. It was just a different style of play, but it
That's
was
right.
3 people.
And they replaced Horace Grant with Dennis Rodman, who was
Chicago.
yeah. And for those of y'all who don't think Dennis Rodman should have been in the NBA, dude,
Dennis Rodman.
educate yourself. He played his position.
One of the most underrated players. For one, the guy at Detroit won championships.
Yep.
He won championships at Chicago and I think LA.
Yep.
He won
I think he won with the Lakers at first one.
When he was before all the antics, he was defensive player of the year numerous times. He was
Still led the league in rebounds
numerous times. With the antics and the persona he brought, just so clouded what he was as a player.
Which made mentally though, that's where he doesn't get enough credit, dude. And mentally and as a student of the game.
He's fucking 4 inches taller than most guys he was playing against. He could shut anybody down defensively. He could out-rebound anybody because he was more ferocious, more intelligent. The way he tipped the ball and kept tipping it.
You know why? Because he counted the rotations of the ball. When it would leave the dude's hand.
And he had a count system.
He counted the rotations the ball would take before it hit the rim or the backboard on everybody's shot. That's next level, dude. That's when I heard that.
You never heard anyone else.
Yeah, who thinks of that?
Rebound.
Let me count the rotation. I know his shot from that
I know
many
if the
feet.
ball hits this part of the rim at that angle he's shooting it, that it's going to come off in amount of this many rotations.
And what he's doing is math right there, judging on the way that rotation is hitting, where it's going to go angle-wise and shoot off.
He's a little more woke than everyone else.
Details. It's the little things.
And what happens is, when you woke like that, you a lot of times get said to be crazy.
Einstein was crazy.
You know, and maybe we are.
I'm crazy.
You know, since I've become more what I call a woke, I tell people all the time, don't make me think I'm crazy, but I believe what the fuck I'm talking about. I believe in vibrations.
And I thought about it long enough that I've done my research. If I'm sitting there talking that confidently about it,
I believe.
I've sat there and I've educated myself on both sides. I'm not just a A and B guy.
That's why you don't hear me talk about politics, religion a lot. We did a little bit tonight, but you don't hear me talk a lot about those things.
Because I'm not educated about it enough. And I'm not even going to tell you why, because you're going to judge me, people, but that's why those were the 3 things you don't talk about, you know, religion, politics, and, God dang it,
we just said I don't know, we said the other 2.
You know, there's another one that you're supposed to not talk about, like
I know there's 3 too. Anyway,
I don't know.
religion, politics, and
I don't know, man.
I'm using the big words now.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Where are we at on time? Can you read that right now?
Dude, I can't see. You see
I
my size of my
know,
phone
see
text
that
from more?
We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Dude, hold on, let me show you this right quick, right here.
Shay asked me to go get her a drink.
This is the size of my phone text, and that's still blurry.
Bro, how'd you get it to be that big? I need that shit. I say that all the time. I mean,
Galaxy S23 Plus.
I got the.
So you go to your settings and you go to display, dog.
I got Galaxy S14.
Go to your settings and go to your display.
Hey, if y'all need to know how to do this.
Don't ask me because I'm computer illiterate, but I figured this out because I'm blind and I had somebody tell me.
Go to what display?
Yeah, go to display.
Alright.
And you should be able to scroll down through a bunch of stuff and you will
Font
see
size.
font size and style. Mine
Ah.
is zoomed up and I got bold fonts. Yes.
That's awesome.
Money, honey. That's the only time I've ever been able to help somebody with something on their cell phone. I promise you that.
What?
Even on my lap, y'all, I'm computer illiterate. Like we talked about me working at the radio station. That whole thing is run by a computer. It's on a 24-hour playlist. I just gotta look at it and hit the mic button when I want to talk. I'm computer illiterate though.
I didn't know you wrote. I think I'm good. Is there a trailer in the driveway? Question mark, question
Yeah, I
mark.
was like, man, I don't want to be walking up in the wrong house.
Nah.
You know what I mean? It could be like some Buffalo Bob thing. I'll end up having to put the lotion on my skin and,
He puts the lotion on.
you know what I mean? Wouldn't be the Joe Dirt version of it, you know what I'm saying?
That would be.
Be the other one.
See this 420? Yeah, well, alright, guys, it is Franco. Thank you, sir. Shake my hand. Thank you, sir, for
Love
a great
this guy,
show.
y'all know.
My shows usually go about 30 minutes so far, so this has been really
Hairball. Ha! No, I'm kidding.
Mario,
What's up?
thank you for being here. Hey guys, as always, it's your boy
Hermosa,
Mike.
that's how he says brother in Spanish. Hermosa.
Don't forget to check out Mike and Shay's Smoke Room.
Check that out,
If
yo.
you haven't subscribed on here yet, subscribe if you have. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys.
Positive vibes, good vibes, yo. That's it.
Check Franco out on TikTok at Brown Sugar Bear.
Brown sugar bear, baby.
Got it,
Brown
got it.
sugar bear.
Uncle Dot Juju on TikTok. And guys, as always, put love out in the world. Be creative. I love you all. We will see you next time. Peace.